What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Decoding with Cody, and this is a live stream. Today is June 25th, 2026, and we got a very special guest here today, The Illusion, and most of you guys probably know him. A lot of you guys hopefully know him. And I brought him in to do a World Cup decode, basically. I mean, no one knows more about the World Cup and football in general as this guy, so I'm really glad to have him here. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing very well, brother. How are you? You good?
Doing real good, and I hope you're well as well, and everyone in the chat. Thank you for being here. So
yeah, God bless the chat. I do want to mention this, code. It's just hit me right now as you said the date. So we're doing this stream, you and I, who keep discovering these 16s, right? We're seeing 16s everywhere with the goal scores, whatever it may be. Today's 25-6, which is 16 times 16.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's also the 201st composite, and Messi just broke that record, didn't he, in his 201st game for Argentina. So do you know what I mean, bro?
Right.
16 times 16, we're doing the stream completely organically. It just hit me now.
And it's amazing you mentioned that because I've been actually harping on this day too, because it's very connected with some of the research I've done with the 16s and the finals. I'll show you in a little bit when we get to that, but
awesome.
It's a perfect day for us to be doing this, actually, because it is super connected to the 16s. And yeah, we had another 16 score last night from Mexico, and I'm going to talk quickly about how that connected to the earthquake, believe it or not. But yeah, before we get into that, make sure you guys go check out The Illusion's channel. Don't forget to go support him over there. He needs all the support he can get. He's heavily shadow banned, and it's great for you guys to just head on over to his channel. There is his link for his channel is in the description of this video, or in the title of this video. You just click The Illusion and it'll send you right to his channel.
Thank you.
So don't forget to go support him, guys, please. And yeah, if you guys want to also post the links, if my mods will also drop his link in the chat so people can easily find it, that would be great as well. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. And before me and The Illusion really dive deep into the soccer decode, I really want to talk about this Venezuela earthquake one more time for those of you who haven't seen my video already. And then I kind of want to get The Illusion's take on this as well. He just woke up, so he's not as keen to it yet, but I'm just going to show this slide I showed in my video earlier, and I'm going to add a few things that I missed in my decode. And so this whole thing was about the number 39, and interestingly enough, if you use composites, this breaks down to 16 because 39 is the 26th composite and 26 is the 16th composite. So it actually goes back to the 16 in a way. But if you guys watch my stream, what's crazy about this is on 8 days ago, I did a live stream when Messi scored a hat trick. And at about 20 minutes and 8 seconds into the video, I literally was talking about the number 39 and this date yesterday, June 24th. And I even said in this section of the video that something big could happen because I just thought the alignment of masonry being 309 years old and Messi being 39 years old was just too good of an alignment. And then I realized that the whole thing I've been talking about during the World Cup is the tower. And the tower equals 39. And again, a lot of towers are collapsing. And just to real quickly go over this again.
Have you seen how much number 39 connects to war in general?
Yeah, absolutely.
Crazy 39. So the most obvious one, isn't it? That in Gematria War's 39.
Right.
And then World War II began in 39. The war in Israel began 39 days before the state of Palestine's Independence Day. The Spanish Civil War ended in 39. The Russo-Japanese War began the 39th day of 1904. 26/4/1986, the year I was born, reactor number 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded, and that took place exactly 39 years before Pope Francis's funeral. So 39 is incredibly significant with war. I just wanted to say that. And there's 39 books in the Old Testament as well of the Bible.
Oh yeah, that's those are great additions, man. absolutely great additions to emphasize the importance of this number. And again, if you guys rewatch my live stream, I ask you guys just to go back and watch that short clip of my live stream about 20 minutes in. And I literally pointed these 39s, and I was actually pretty shocked. And just how it ended up playing out is wild. I even pulled up New York in that live stream because I was connecting it to the towers in New York. And I pulled up New York, and lo and behold, I actually ended up having to pull up New York again in this decode I did today because Venezuela equals New York, and both those things equal 39, of course. So it was just crazy how it ended up playing out. But the gist of this, just real quickly to reiterate, guys, they're saying these earthquakes were 39 seconds apart. I mean, come on, 39 seconds apart on Messi's 39th birthday, exactly 309 years after Freemasonry was founded. And so, and again, I mentioned here that Venezuela equals 39, and I talked about this in my video, but I mean, what are the odds that this happened in Venezuela? And another thing that is interesting, is that so do you remember this story, Illusion?
Which one, bro?
The Surfside condominium collapse. Do you remember that story?
No, but brother, that may explain why the Brazilian footballers are celebrating like they're surfing. The player called Cunha, and when he scores, he's been scoring a lot. He does the surfboard celebration.
Oh, really?
So that could connect to it. Yeah, that's amazing. And I want to add something quickly to your Venezuela code. You may already have it, knowing you with how gifted you are, but so this was yesterday, yeah? This earthquake was yesterday?
Yes.
On Leo Messi's birthday, yeah?
Right.
All right. So Pope Leo, he became the Pope on 5/8, didn't he?
Yes.
And Venezuela's dialing code is +58. So you've got the Leo connection there. And I think Argentina, well, I think we all know this, they play Jordan in the next game. And what's interesting is Jordan, it's their first appearance in the history of the World Cup. And they're playing at the 23rd edition, Michael Jordan's number.
Right.
And when Messi won the World Cup, the club team he was playing for was Paris Saint-Germain, who was sponsored by Jordan. And if Argentina win, which you'd expect them to do, although this World Cup is very strange with some of these outcomes, Messi was born in 1987, which is the 300th prime number, and they would finish the group 300. And 300 is the movie about the Spartans, and the main character is Leonidas.
Oh, okay.
300 Spartans that fight against Xerxes, like a Persian army. And guess when that movie was released, bro? The movie 300. It was released 3/9.
Oh, wow.
2007.
Wow.
So yeah, crazy stuff in it.
Man, and this year 2006 has actually been something I've been looking at the last few days because I have some connections with this year 2006. But
it's the year Leo Messi scored his first ever World Cup goal, and then Ronaldo did it the day after.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So 6/16, 2006, Leo Messi scored his first World Cup goal. It was against Serbia. They beat them 6-0, and then the day after, Ronaldo scored his first ever World Cup goal against Iran. And then exactly 4 years later, his son was born, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's why I'm glad to have you here, because you're going to be able to add a lot of missing pieces. So
thank you.
But yeah, like just real quickly about the Surfside, and you mentioned the Brazil players are doing something with the surf, but
yeah,
I remember this story because I don't know if most of you guys in the chat remember this, but this was one of the first stories I decoded as a decoder. It was in 2021, and guess what day it was on? June 24th.
Wow.
And so this is not the first time we've had building collapses on Messi's birthday. And this just happens to be in Miami. Now, where does Messi now play at?
Inter Miami.
Yeah. So, guys, think about it. Exactly 5 years after this collapse in Miami, we now have Venezuela having all these building collapses from this earthquake. It looks very similar. You can see this picture here. This is from the Surfside Miami collapse. Wow. And this wasn't caused by an earthquake, but still, it was very similar. And yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up because that was something I missed in my last video. Another thing I missed that somebody pointed out, Messi wears the number 10, right?
Yes.
And in the Strong's Concordance, 10 is Abaddon or destruction.
That's incredible. Did you see the Maradona Messi connections with him breaking the record?
Yeah, that was like, well, I don't know how many. I saw a lot of that. It was like 40 years.
Yeah. So he broke the record exactly 40 years after Diego Maradona's Hand of God. He won number 10. And can you believe that his Hand of God goal against England was exactly 10 weeks after I was born?
Oh, really?
From England, yeah. And it was in Mexico where I live. The game was in Mexico. So it's just these beautiful connections. And interesting, Messi broke the record. He wears number 10. It was the same day that Keir Starmer stepped down. He resigned from 10 Downing Street.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's so crazy because this whole thing I've been saying is symbolism of the fall, right?
Yeah.
And think about how the tower has been my main subject, but the tower is essentially just the fall, right? And I believe this is why we're seeing the 16s. It's the tower moment, right? Think about Keir Starmer stepping down is like a tower moment. He's stepping down from the top, right? So he's being
England's old stadium that they played at Wembley. It had the Twin Towers in it.
Oh yeah,
their old stadium. So yeah, and do you know Starmer stepped down a span of exactly 42 weeks after his birthday as well for the Beast?
Yeah, I think I saw that, but that's just crazy. I mean,
it's so crazy.
And the fact that he stepped down out of nowhere too, just
and the current Champions League champions are Paris Saint-Germain, and they've obviously got the Eiffel Tower. So there's a lot of tower symbolism, like you said. I think it goes back to Nimrod and the Tower of Babel as well, which they wanted to build the way to heaven, and then God put an end to that very quickly. And then he created all the languages. And think about the World Cup. How many different languages? Do you know what I mean? How many people are walking around the US, Canada, Mexico now, whether they're speaking Spanish, Dutch, German, English? It's incredible how it's all playing out.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, just in general, all this symbolism of destruction and just thank you to the subscriber who added that Abaddon is 10 in the Strong's Concordance.
Yeah, that's amazing. The Strong's Concordance. My brother Dustin, the Watchman, is an amazing channel on Instagram. He told me I need to start studying the Concordance.
Absolutely.
The root of the word as well. It's very important.
And so I also want to touch quickly on this. So look how perfect this is, considering I just tied the whole thing to the 39, the earthquake yesterday.
Yeah.
Check out how you posted this, and I hadn't even seen this yet. I didn't know that number 16 scored again yesterday for Mexico. But again, Mexico's president is born yesterday again, okay?
Yeah, she has Messi's birthday, yeah.
Right, and the guy who scored, as you mentioned, was Julian Quinones.
Yeah,
and
the 33.
So I covered him when he first scored his first goal, and I connected him to the tower because check this out. If you look up his, see if I can find my slide here about the tower. But if you check his gematria, his last name, Quinones, is a Grand Slam match to the tower. And here it is. So this was my slide from the beginning of the World Cup, 16 years to the day of the rematch between South Africa and Mexico. Number 16 scores. But look at his name. Quinones equals the tower in all ciphers, including that 39. So what did he do yesterday? Just look at this, bro. Like, this just kind of brings it all together. So when you posted this, I was like, oh, wait, number 16 scored. So I just checked. How many weeks before his birthday do you think he scored this goal?
16?
No, 39 exactly.
Oh, my word.
So on his president's birthday and Messi's birthday, on the day of the 39-second earthquakes in Venezuela, which equals 39, the tower guy with the 16, and the tower equals 39 too, like his name, he scored exactly 39 weeks before his birthday, folks. I mean, wow.
And that's 3 times 13, isn't it? And that's when Pope Francis became the Pope, 313.
Oh, yeah, that's a good addition too. Because that whole thing with Messi is connected to the popes, you know.
Yeah, well, the Pope Francis was Argentinian,
right?
And then Maradona won that World Cup in Mexico with Argentina. And when Messi matched Maradona's World Cup goal scoring record after he scored against Mexico as well.
Right.
I think that was in the last World Cup in Qatar. So yeah, they overlap. Because Maradona's goal scoring record at the World Cup wasn't impressive. He scored 8 in 21 games. And 8:21 is the 142nd prime, which is like 9:11 was 1 hour 42 minutes and things like that. So it's just everything that these people do, the whole careers are coded. And wasn't the solar eclipse in 2017 was 8:21 as well.
Yeah,
which is
exactly
Maradona's record. And then Messi scored against Mexico. He had 8 goals in 21 games. And then since then, he just went on a goal scoring spree. And now he has 18, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
crazy.
he got 18. He got 18 61 weeks after Pope Francis died, which is the 18th prime.
Oh wait, he did? No, that's a big find. 61.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, I was with my friend here at the apartment as it was happening, and I was like, we were looking to see like how many goals he was going to score before the game.
Yeah.
And I'd ran the date measurement because his hat trick was exactly 421 days after Francis died on 421. And so I was like, there's definitely going to be a connection if he breaks the record, and it's going to be connected to Pope Francis. So I did a date measurement, and I saw it was 61 weeks exactly. And I was like, I said to the person next to me, I was like, I think he could get 2 to get to 18. And he did. So
did you see what happened in 2013 with Messi and Pope Francis?
I probably missed that because I wasn't probably looking.
Well, this is absolutely huge. So 2013 was when he became the Pope. Yeah, he replaced Benedict. So he replaced the German Pope, and Messi lost his first World Cup final to Germany. Maradona won a World Cup final against Germany, lost one against Germany. So the Argentinian Pope replaced the German Pope. And in 2013, Pope Francis invited the Argentinian national team to the Vatican and the Italian team on the same day. And then shortly afterwards, Italy won the Euros and Argentina won the World Cup a day after Pope Francis's birthday. So he invited them, and Buffon, who was the captain of Italy, who's the goalkeeper, he's the one that came out and said, Leo Messi is an alien. Called him an alien. So yeah, if you want to check that out, you can later. But basically, Pope Francis invited the Argentine and Italian national teams to the Vatican the year he was voted in to be Pope.
Yeah, and that makes sense now that you mentioned that the Argentine Pope took over for the German Pope, and we just had the Argentine pass the German just now. So it was like a
brilliant connection. Yeah, Miroslav Klose, and I say we're getting closer to judgment. His name,
right?
Miroslav Klose. Yeah, and did you had something for 16-18 with this? Did you?
Just the just that he went from 16 to 18 goals in one game, like the golden ratio, which kind of makes sense because it's kind of like spiraling down, like the golden ratio. I talk about the golden ratio a lot, but
the golden ratio is big. But the 16 to 18 was immensely significant with the Bible, and this is crazy because you're talking to me about an earthquake, yeah?
Yeah. So, wait, I know where you're going with this. Revelation 16:18.
Yeah, let me read it out if that's all right. Oh, you can. It's up to you.
Let me just pull it up for them to see.
Yeah, bring it up. This is next level, guys, to show you how coded our reality is.
Yeah, so here it is.
Yeah, I'll let you read it if you want coded.
Okay. Yeah, and so Revelation 16:18, guys. Messi went from 16 to 18 goals, and then we had an earthquake on his birthday. So listen to what it says. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, kind of like in the tower card. And there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great.
It's absolutely incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, wow. This is a huge piece as to why we probably had an earthquake right after he went from 16 to 18 goals.
It has to be.
Yep.
It has to be, but you can't really catch that unless you know the Bible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I knew that, but I completely forgotten. But as soon as you mentioned the Revelation, I was like, oh wait, Revelation 16:18 is the earthquake. Wow.
Yeah, just it's deep stuff. It's deep stuff. And then he uses that word great, doesn't he? Like how Trump wants to make America great again. Seeing the word great, like that's why they keep pushing the greatest of all time on us. The word great is so important in the Bible with the end of days, like the great tribulation, these great earthquakes. And that's why Trump keeps using that word, make America great again, the greatest military. He's calling it the greatest World Cup. And he's handing out the World Cup trophy, isn't he? He's going to hand out the World Cup trophy, not the Mexican president or the Canadian prime minister. It's Trump,
right?
Which is, again, it's just I think he wants his hand on the world. He wants to run the world basically. He wants to leave his
I mean, he's definitely a symbol of the tower. You know, the king with the crown that needs to get struck in the head and fall. You know, like that's kind of
he had Trump Tower, didn't he? And then
right.
It still does. And then the day of 9/11, when the Twin Towers came down, he claimed he witnessed it. And then he said his building was now the biggest in New York.
Yeah.
What he said, not Trump Tower. He just said his building was the biggest in New York now, the Twin Towers. And he literally said he saw them coming down. Like he witnessed it firsthand, which is interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, just in general, I mean, I guess I'll just end it here with the earthquake, just with all the 39s and all and again, I showed this too. 39 is the 26 composite, 26 is the 16 composite. So if you do this breakdown, you actually get to the 16 again. So I thought that's pretty crazy. And look what it says here in this article. Venezuela's unusual quakes 39 seconds apart could mirror 2016 rupture. So they had to put the 16 in there too, 2016, when Trump won the election, of course. And
Ronaldo won the Euros that year as well.
Okay. And someone in the chat mentioned Ronaldo scored a goal the other day in the 39th minute.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing that just happened as well.
That's something where you can really wake people up, because literally the timing of the goals is coded. I'll give you a wild example of that. So Messi, he just turned 39, but when he broke the record, he was 38. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And in that game, he opened the scoring, didn't he? After 38 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he opened it after 38 minutes. And Ezekiel 38, which connects to basically the end times, it's this apocalyptic prophecy about this massive future coalition of nations led by a mysterious figure named Gog that invades the land of Israel. And you can bring up the image if you want of Messi in Israel at the wall, which is pretty crazy. And I'll give you a verse to explain that. Just type Messi Israel, and it should show an image of him with one of those things on his head, worshiping the wall. Like you can find it with Trump as well.
Yeah, I got it up here.
Yeah. So now we're talking about him turning 39. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Revelation 3:9. And this is who Messi is.
Revelation 3:9.
Yeah. And it'll make sense with that image.
Let's see. Oops. All right. So Revelation 3:9 is, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say that they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." Wow.
That's pretty deep, isn't it? Like,
you know what I
mean? It's literally got the synagogue of Satan in it.
You know what's ironic about that, though, too? Did you see that new statue they put up of him? He's on his knees.
Yeah, and he's got the World Cup where it looks like his penis should be there.
Yeah.
It's giant. I don't know how tall it is, but I'm sure even the measurement of it is coded. It looks at these statues, because the Bible tells us that God hates statues and graven images, and that's why, like, the Christ the Redeemer statue is actually blasphemy to God. It's not glorifying him. So we don't know what Jesus looks like, for an example. But it seems like these statues are getting more and more ridiculous. Like almost like God's mocking them as if to say, go on then, build yourself a statue. They're looking more and more, if anything, they should look better, shouldn't they? We're in 2026.
Uh-huh.
But they're getting worse. They're getting like just ridiculous. Look at that. It's embarrassing. And I got another good thing for you here. So he's number 10, yeah, Messi.
Yep.
And he broke the record on the same day. Did you see when France's game was suspended because of lightning?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was for about an hour. It got suspended because of lightning. But it was again. I think they were playing against Iraq, which obviously connects to war. But that was right after Messi broke the record. Okay, and Messi, number 10, he scored 18 World Cup goals.
10-18. Wow.
And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Right?
Wow.
So that, and then right after that game, there's lightning that suspends the game. And it's in the France game where he won the World Cup final, that shootout was 4-2. The beast reigns for 42 months. But then also like Messi, like after 2 games, he scored all of Argentina's goals. 5 out of 5.
Huh.
And lightning equals 55, Satan 55, and Argentina 55. So that's why I think he's scored 5 out of 5, which are then 55 is the 10th Fibonacci and the 10th triangular number, and he's number 10, isn't he? So, and 55 is the 38th composite, and he was 38 years old. And another 38 is, so Inter Miami, they don't play at the Hard Rock Stadium, but sometimes they do. It's not their home stadium, but sometimes they'll play in it because it's a bigger stadium for like the big events. And last year on Messi's 38th birthday, Inter Miami played against Palmeiras. Palmeiras is a Brazilian team, and that so-called psychic said that there'd be an abduction in the Brazil-Scotland game inside the stadium of the Hard Rock Stadium. And the 38 as well, that we know how big that number is with death, don't we? It's a big number with death. Yeah. But, you know, like Aleister Crowley, he basically was in communication, wasn't he, with a demon called Lamb. Have you looked into that?
Right, yeah, I have, yep, Lamb.
And Lamb has the initials of Lionel Andreas Messi.
Yeah.
So who basically they call an alien, I think is some sort of demon. But there's a lot of these 38s, and I do believe that it ultimately does connect to Armageddon, which is Ezekiel 38. It's just, I still to this day don't know exactly how this is all being done, but I just know it's being done. So yeah. Fixtures, like, and did you see Brazil went to 254 points all time at the World Cup when they beat Scotland? And 9/11, 254th day of the year.
Wow.
And just another 38 I just want to give you. So you're not going to believe this, bro. Shout out to, I've got a member called Lazaro. Lamb for Lamborghini, Dave. Love you, Dave. And Jota died in a Lamborghini, Lamb. And it was green, which symbolizes death as the 4 horsemen. Jesus is the Lamb of God. That's why the blasphemy of calling Messi the Lamb as well, and the goat and all of that. But so check this out. You're going to have to bring this up, okay? Type in Hard Rock Stadium and then just go to their Wikipedia. This will blow your head off, bro. Honestly, this is like, yeah. So let me check your screen. All right, scroll down to where it says where it opened. So keep going down. I'll see it. All right, slow down, stop. All right, see where it says construction groundbreaking.
Right.
All right, guys. I know this is your stream, but guys, can you all give me a woo in the chat? If you're new to my channel, I just like to do this when I'm excited. Give me a woo, right? So it basically groundbreaking was December the 1st, 1985. Type in Aleister Crowley.
Right.
You know where it's going, because I know how gifted you are. All right, go to when he died.
Yep.
So that means that this stadium, the groundbreaking opening, was exactly 38 years after Crowley died.
Wow.
The Beast 666 was his name.
Man.
And 12-1 is the 121, like Antichrist and Revelation in Gematria. But 121, what is it? It's 11 times 11. That's a game of football. It's 11 v 11. And then you've got World War I ended on 11/11 at 11 a.m. Jesus equals 11 in Gematria. My favorite number, by the way. I was born on my dad's 31st birthday, the 11th prime. But I did want to show you that, because that's another 38. That's another 38.
That's crazy. I mean, it's funny because I was catching on to some Aleister Crowley stuff yesterday. I've done plenty of work on him, but he's always kind of at the center of stuff. If you really look into it, he's very, very connected.
Yeah, he's who all like David Bowie looked up to. That's why they're called A-listers in Hollywood, because of him.
Yeah.
So, and he's from the United Kingdom. He's from the UK. Like, there's a lot of black magic from the UK. Like, I think Satan used that nation, because you know, the British Empire, they were the financial capital of the world. England is so small, but has been so powerful. It's like Satan left his mark there. Like, I think he's left his mark in Paris and in New York, these places. I think he's about to destroy them.
Yeah.
So in order to create this new world order. Did you know that? You will know this, but George Bush Sr.'s New World Order speech was exactly 11 years before 9/11.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, how that? And then his son was the president during it. There's a lot of father and son symbolism.
And remember, since you brought up George H.W., remember when the United States game a few weeks ago or last week ended 4-1 on the 41st president's birthday, and there was an own goal?
Yeah, and then the game after, they won to get their 41st point in the World Cup.
Okay, wow. Okay. And so, yeah, number 16 scored an own goal in that. And of course, 16 is the tower. George Bush gave a speech 11 years before the towers went down. And check this out. Own goal equals 102 was on his 102nd birthday, and the tower equals 102 in the same cipher.
And 9/11 was 102 minutes.
Right. And this player that scored it, he was 9,102 days old.
That's what I'm saying. That is just next level, isn't it? Like how is it legit possible to do that? Like, to assign these players to do an own goal. I said that there's been so many own goals because I say, as humans, we are our own worst enemy. That's how I see it. Because kicking the ball in your own goal, your own worst enemy, yeah?
Right, yeah.
I think that's us as humanity. We are our own worst enemy.
I think it's interesting, a little tribute for George Bush that day, though. I think it's an interesting tribute because think about it. The reverse of OWN is NWO.
Yeah, well, that's why Oprah Winfrey had the Oprah Winfrey Network, the OWN.
Yeah, the OWN, yeah.
And it's like own as well, isn't it? Like, you can't buy or sell without the mark.
You own nothing and be happy, and can't own anything unless you have the mark.
And they want to own us, like with this surveillance state. But the 102 as well is Revelation 10:2. It says, and he had in his hand a little book open, and he set his right foot upon the sea and his left foot on the earth. So you got that right foot, left foot. You think about football, don't you? Say the most gifted footballers can use the right foot and the left foot. So yeah, that's Revelation 10:2. And that little book, it's basically a new message from God. While the angel's stamps represents universal authority and the fulfillment of God's divine plan. So I'm telling you, what's going to happen, guys? I'm a child of God. Like, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I'm very into these numbers. I have a gift just like Cody, but my big message is Christ is King. And what's going to happen prior to the return of Jesus Christ, right, who will create the new heaven and the new earth, the millennial kingdom, all right? You got to see my code about Japan go the 1000th World Cup game. Maybe I'll mention it later. But before that, there will be a new world order, and it will be the beast system, the Antichrist system. So you're going to have that new world order here on earth, and then it'll be 42 months, and then Jesus will put an end to it. Then he'll create the new heaven and the new earth and the 1,000-year millennial reign. That's why they're really pushing Ronaldo getting to 1,000 goals and things like that.
Right.
Which is 10 times 10 times 10, I think 1,000. Yep. But yeah, no, I'll do that now if you don't mind, the quick Japan one. Because Japan played in the 1,000th game of the this World Cup.
The 1,000th overall game.
Yeah, in its history.
Okay.
And Japan, I've coded that nation quite a few times, and it's pretty well. I think they're playing today. Japan connects to Pearl Harbor as well, doesn't it? Which was in the year 41. But so Japan, who are a very good team now, the 1,000th game in the history of the World Cup, it was Japan and it was against Tunisia. Japan killed them 4-0, right?
Yeah.
And the 40 is Jesus was tempted 40 days and 40 nights, wasn't he? He was tempted on three occasions. But
lots of 40s right now too with the Messi.
There's so many, bro, because again, when God flooded the earth, 40 days, 40 nights, when Christ returns, it's going to be as in the days of Noah. Like Moses was in the wilderness for 40 years. There's so many 40s, like Satan tempted Jesus 40 days and 40 nights. But this 1,000th game, brother, was in Monterrey. And Monterrey translates to King's Mountain.
Oh,
right?
wow.
Hear me out here, guys. Hear me out. This is beautiful. And in the Bible, Jesus frequently retreats to mountains for major events. Like his transfiguration was on a mountain, where basically his appearance transformed and his face shone like the sun. His clothes became dazzling white. And then he spoke with Moses and Elijah, right? Now, the 1,000-year millennial reign, or they call it the millennium, is this prophetic period in Christian eschatology, and it's from Revelation 20, verses 1 through 6, which can be written 2016. You know what I mean? 20,
yeah.
1, 6. And guess what it describes? The golden age of peace. The golden age of peace. Trump, the Prince of Peace, he was given that award from Israel. And that all connects to Jesus' righteousness and how he physically will rule the world for 1,000 years. Now, I'm not going to read the whole code out to you, but
do you want to share your screen?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. But thank you. I basically just wanted to tell you that with the 1,000 years and the fact that it was in Monterrey, which means King's Mountain, and Jesus is the King of Kings, and he did the transfiguration on the mountain. So but for the average person, Japan versus Tunisia, it's kind of like one of those games where you're just like, okay, it is what it is. You've got quite a few of them in the World Cup. You're not going to stay up till 3 a.m. to watch Japan and Tunisia.
Yeah.
But you're also not going to look into that game and connect it to the 1,000-year millennial reign either. So it's important. What I'm doing, cheap plug here, I'm writing a book of this World Cup, and it's going to have all 104 games in it. Every one of them, to show people that all the games are overlapping. So I'm keeping an eye on every game. And I tell you something, brother, it's exhausting doing that. There's 6 games today I've got to focus on. 6.
Wow.
But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But with Japan.
I mean, that's crazy, guys. Make sure you guys get that book when it comes out. I'm definitely going to read it.
Yeah.
Because I was keeping up the first couple games, and then I got exhausted with it. You know,
bro, I'm so exhausted. You see me recently in my streams. I don't often swear, but I've been swearing a lot because I'm just like, I'm not sleeping by doing this book. It's a lot. I'm just justifying it by like, it's going to be over, Adam, by like, is it 19th of July?
Luckily, it gets easier as the teams get taken out, right? So
exactly, that's another thing. Exactly, there'll be less games. So for now, I'm just working overdrive, but I'm doing it. I'm up to date.
Yeah. So let's see. I guess I'll just get. So let me try to think of what I wanted to. So we covered the earthquake.
Yeah.
And there's probably more, guys, but like I said, just go back and watch my other video. I already released a short video on the earthquake if you guys are just getting in and want to see that. And then, but what I want to talk about real quickly for my part, and then I'll let you also bring up anything else that you want to bring up too. Anything you're seeing for the games today, but let me just quickly show you some things. And as you mentioned, I don't know if you mentioned this on the live, but I think maybe before we got on, you mentioned this, but you knew I've been looking a lot into Netherlands, and in fact,
yes.
I was just drawn there because I noticed a pattern of the whole year being connected to the Dutch, and that starts with the ship. The Hondia ship is the main key to that, but you also had the Jake Paul's girlfriend earlier in the year during the Super Bowl. She was the Dutch, and she was all over the place. She was all over social media. She was winning the gold medal there, and that was at the same time that there was a Super Bowl. And remember, the day the Super Bowl happened, the parade, the victory parade for Seattle, there was a shooter in British Columbia who was Dutch. He had a Dutch last name, and that was the same day that James Van Der Beek died. And of course, Van Der Beek is a Dutch last name.
Yes.
And on top of that, in April, most of this goes back to the month of April. Let me just go back to the beginning real fast. And a lot of you guys have seen this already, but it's going to be good to get the Illusion's take on some of this. So yeah, here's my Judah Leerdam stuff. I'll just quickly go through this real fast. I don't know if you can see my screen, brother, but
yeah, no, so yeah, you do really good at the presentation stuff. It's great.
Yeah, so this was the beginning of the year, the Super Bowl. You had the Dutch figure skater, you had the Dutch shooter, you had the Dutch actor dying. And just another point that's really important to mention is the Super Bowl was exactly 23 weeks before the 23rd World Cup final. So you know there's going to be there's going to be a connection somehow to the Super Bowl.
That had 42 points, didn't it? That Super Bowl.
Right. And then
wasn't that Super Bowl the 39th day of the year as well?
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was 2/8, the 39th day of the year. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was 2/8. Is that the 39th day of the year?
Yeah, bro. It's when they unveiled Kobe's statue for his 666th game.
Okay, so yeah, that's crazy. It was the 39th day of the year. Sure was. Wow. So that's big in connection with the what just happened. So let's see how many days it was.
The beast rises out of the sea.
Man, it was the earthquake was 136 days after the Super Bowl, the 16th triangular number.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
And check this out. Tower card, 136. The 16th try. And again, the tower card is the 16th card. So yeah, that's wow, I'm going to have to look more into that because the 39 is also the tower just equals 39. So there's
tower card equals 44, doesn't it?
Right, yeah.
And 4 times 4 is 16.
Yep, exactly.
And by the way, the UK emergency dialing code is plus 44. So that is important for England.
Right.
With all the 16s.
Well, my Dutch stuff actually ties into England actually in the end because my whole premise this whole year has been William taking over, right?
So, yeah, same. Yeah, for sure.
And so there's no other country in the world that's connected to the name William more than the Dutch.
And they have a royal family, don't they? The Dutch.
Yeah, whose name is William right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that actually, honestly, I think the most perfect World Cup to symbolize William taking over would be the Dutch versus the English. I think that would be like the most perfect ritual to symbolize that transition. I don't know if that's
they met in the semi-final of the Euros, right? On 7-10 for the B7, 7 horns and 10 heads.
Oh, okay.
England beat them because they went on to lose to Spain in the final. Let's have a little look. 7-10-24 to the World Cup final. I'll have a look just to see where it is. So they met in the semi-final. The Netherlands and England at the last Euros. See if there's any connection with this final with the date.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, I see it's 2 years, 1 week, 2 days apart, and 212. Isn't that the New York dialing code? It's in New York.
It is, yeah.
So it could be that because did you see what the Knicks did? The Knicks won the first 2 games of the NBA Finals, then lost one, then won 2. The 2-1-2.
Yeah, and check this out. It's 739 days from that final you mentioned between Dutch and England. It's the 131st prime number, championship number.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, and that's
So,
the 32nd prime. That's the 30, and I think the Queen was regnant over 32 sovereign nations.
Yeah,
and William just turned 528 months old, and he just turned 44 for your 16, didn't it? And that's 528 months. And you'll have to confirm this, but I think 528 is the 32nd triangular number.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And usually there's 32 teams at the World Cup, but now there's 48. And what's 4 times 8? It's 32.
Right.
The 32, bro. Just bring up Revelation 3:2. That's the 32, in my opinion. That's why I think Brady retired the 32nd day of the year. So if you go to Revelation 3:2, I think that's your 32, which is a big number.
Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die, for I have not found thy works perfect before God.
I think that's what it is. That's the church in Sardis. It's Revelation, the 7 churches. And then afterwards it goes into the church in Philadelphia, which was actually the one church that was praised by God.
Now, someone in the chat is already putting this in here, but I already found this, but I'm glad this person has dropped Fixed World Cup. He's dropping this in there. Did you know how old William's going to be on the 23rd World Cup final?
Only because of this guy. That's 23,000, is it?
So yeah, check this out. Check this out, man.
Wow, that's absolutely crazy. I've got loads of stuff for England. It's crazy what they have.
So look at this. Prince William's birth. Let me find it here.
And I've done some stuff, bro. I've done a lot of stuff with William and William the Conqueror as well with my work.
And again, I mentioned this in my decode before, but I'm really glad he reminded me of this, because what are the odds that on the 23rd World Cup final, Prince William will be 2,300 weeks old exactly? And not only that, what does king equal?
23, isn't it?
23.
That's why I think LeBron, King James, got that 23 as well.
Yeah, and also LeBron James was in the Nike hype video for the World Cup.
Yeah, with Ronaldo.
With Ronaldo, yeah.
Both of them 41, King 41.
Yep, King 41. So this whole thing, so this is my whole premise of the Netherlands, that the William is so important this year. And if you watch my decodes on the Super Bowl, you'll see that I also showed that the Super Bowl was all connected to William. In fact, there's a great decoder out there. His name is Gematria Book, and he's the one that originally brought this to my attention, that the whole Super Bowl was connected to William's ascension. And remember, I told you that on the same day or right after the Super Bowl, there was a shooting in British Columbia, right, by a Dutch shooter. Okay, so Dutch, it connects to William because their whole country is about the name William, and then it was in British Columbia, right? So,
and Colombia's best player recently played in England. It's called Luis Diaz, right?
Okay, yeah.
You're gonna like this actually. So he was a brilliant player. He's now playing in Germany with Harry Kane, right? England's captain. But he played for Liverpool when they won the 33rd edition of the league. And when he signed for Liverpool, he wore number 23, right? Now, Colombia's coach, as far as I'm aware, Colombia have won all the games so far. And Colombia's coach has 23 losses and 23 draws. And it's the 23rd edition. So if you type Luis Diaz, maybe, but he's the best Colombia player, and he was in England. He really made his name in England. Just type in number 23 Liverpool, because I don't think he wears 23 at Bayern. But this guy his father got kidnapped. But if you type in Luis Diaz, number 23 Liverpool, when he signed, he was 23. He's 14 now, because of Pope Leo. Look. So he was 23 at Liverpool. All right. The most successful club in Britain is the best Colombian player, British Columbia. And now he's in Germany. So he's gone from England to Germany with the war connections. And Colombia's coach has 23 draws, 23 losses.
Wow.
That's why he's not lost yet.
Huh.
And it's the 23rd edition. And he's been their best player in the World Cup, Diaz. But I think he's number 7 for Colombia.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he'll connect to it.
Yeah. So, yeah, this whole thing with William is kind of one of my main theses of the World Cup, and I also think that's why the Hondius happened. So I laid this out in my first video, but I just want to reiterate it. So the Hondius left from Argentina, right? The last World Cup winner was Argentina. Of course, that connects to Pope Leo, but the person who got sick on the ship was Leo.
Yeah,
and he was a Dutch guy, right? And the ship was Dutch, so the whole ship
and
itself was.
Liverpool's coach is Dutch as well right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Arne Slot is Dutch.
Wow. Okay. But then check this out, bro. So the Leo, the 70-year-old Leo, like Pope Leo 70, he gets sick and dies on April 11th, right?
And Anton LaVey's birthday.
On the Church of Satan, yeah, right. Yeah. This whole thing revolves around the Church of Satan too. This whole Netherlands code I have.
Do you know the first ever World Cup was hosted the year Anton LaVey was born? How's about that for a fact?
Is that 1930 or what?
Yeah, the first ever World Cup was in Uruguay, 1930. Who's born that year? The guy who founded the Church of Satan.
Yeah, that's big, because this whole thing is connected to the Church of Satan.
This is when England won the World Cup, when it was founded.
And yeah, so this Dutch guy Leo gets sick. He dies on the Church of Satan founder's birthday, but then his wife gets sick. She gets off the boat, and for some reason she goes to where? South Africa.
Yes, and they just qualified, I think, for the first time ever to the knockouts.
Yeah, and the reason I think they had her do this is because they were paying tribute to the 16 years ago, bro, when South Africa hosted the World Cup.
Yeah, and the opening game was exactly 16 years after, wasn't it, with this World Cup?
So that's exactly why I believe you got Argentina, the last World Cup winner. Yeah. Then you have them going to South Africa, which is a tribute to 16 years to the day before this World Cup.
Yeah.
And then where did it go next? It went to Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who won the World Cup 16 years ago?
Spain in 2010. They beat the Netherlands, I think.
Right, exactly. But then where did the ship go after it went to Spain?
Didn't it go to the Netherlands?
So do you see how perfect that is? That cannot be a coincidence. This has to be a
beautiful.
tribute.
Whatever that is, that's a beautiful connection, man.
This has to be a tribute.
Part of me wants the Netherlands to win now, just for this slide. Do you know what I mean?
And that's the thing. If you know the history of Netherlands and Spain, there's an 80-year war between Netherlands and Spain.
Yeah, right? Which is Trump's age.
Yeah, but did you know that Netherlands played their first game on Trump's 80th birthday?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So they paid tribute. They're paying tribute to that 80, because guess how many days at the World Cup final is after the King of Netherlands after his Ascension Day?
It's got to be 80.
It's 80. Yeah.
So I give you another 80.
And guess what day that is, though, bro? Let me finish. Guess what day his Ascension Day is? William of Netherlands.
No idea.
Church of Satan's founding day.
Oh my word!
So 80 days after William, the King of Dutch, takes over on the Church of Satan's birthday, 80 days is the World Cup final, and they had their first game on Trump's 80th birthday.
Well, I've got another 80 for you. That's incredible. So Argentina won the last World Cup,
right,
in the Middle East. That World Cup began on Joe Biden's 80th birthday.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Oh my!
Which is, I think, the 20th of November.
Yeah.
It was Biden's 80th. Satan equals 80. That's probably what it is.
That's what this whole thing is about, is Satan, really.
It's another 40. It's a 40 plus 40 as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
80 for your 40s. That just a rampant right now, that 40 number.
And okay, so real quick, back to April, right? I told you the Ascension Day of William. Okay, so April, I believe, was the clue for the World Cup, or one of the clues, because Trump had 2 visitors in April. Okay, so this was the same month that the Netherlands ship got sick. It was the same month that the orange suit astronauts went to space, right? Think about what the color the astronauts wear.
Well, they're wearing orange and blue like the Knicks as well.
Right. Well, and you know where the Knicks got their colors from, right?
No.
Do you know that the New York flag is literally modeled after the Dutch?
No. Wow. So in the finals in New York.
Let me just Dutch New York flag.
Okay, no, I didn't know that.
So the World Cup is actually being held in what used to be known as New Netherlands.
Wow.
Okay, so
I didn't know this.
And then what happened after that is the English took over that. So the whole thing is about the English and the Dutch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because here's the New York flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you read of the flags of New York, you'll see that they got the colors from New Netherlands, right?
This explains why all the best Dutch players go play in England. Like their captain right now plays for Liverpool. He's number 4 as well for your 16. Square root is 4. Virgil van Dijk. All the best Dutch players like Van Persie, Robben, Van Nistelrooy, Jaap Stam, like they all come over to the Premier League. Bergkamp, Overmars, they all seem to come over to England.
See, that must be a tribute to the history of New York and New England, right? Because and in fact, the stadium itself, that's the World Cup finals being played in, it literally was part of New Netherlands. It's in Bergen County, and Bergen is the Dutch. The name of the literal county that the World Cup's in, Bergen, is a Dutch name. Okay, so, yeah, but check this out, man. In April, there was 2 visitors to Trump in the White House. The Orange Man, right? Let's not forget he's the Orange Man.
Yep.
And who was it? It was the Dutch king, and it was the English king.
Phenomenal, crazy.
And check out when King Charles, so William Alexander, the Dutch king, he arrived on the 13th of April. So just 2 days after that big April 11th date.
England just dropped. It was a massive shock. They dropped Trent Alexander-Arnold from the squad for the Willem Alexander. They dropped him. Like he plays for Real Madrid. He's been playing for England for maybe 5-6 years straight, and then they just didn't even select him for the squad. And his last name's Alexander. It could connect to Alexander the Great as well.
Right. I think that's kind of what, there's definitely a huge Alexander riddle because the king of Netherlands is William Alexander.
Okay, yeah.
And so, but what's even makes this more crazy is not only did he visit Trump on the 13th of April, when King Charles arrived, guess whose birthday King Charles arrived in the White House on?
Don't tell me Anton LaVey.
No. Actually, I'll get to that, but no, King Charles actually arrived on William's birthday, the Dutch king's birthday.
Wait, so when's his birthday?
April 27th.
Yeah.
And then when did King Charles leave the United States? On April 30th. Now, when did William become king? April 30th. So
and April 30th is when Anton LaVey
created the Church of Satan, yeah.
Yeah, and when Hitler died.
Right. But am I supposed to believe this is somehow a coincidence that King Charles, so right after the Dutch king visits Trump, King Charles visits Trump, and King Charles just happens to arrive on the Dutch king's birthday and then leave on his Ascension Day?
I can't believe that the Dutch king left the White House on my birthday.
Oh, yeah, on the 14th.
He arrived on the anniversary of Kobe retiring, yeah?
Oh, wow, yeah, that's right.
And the 41's being big in this World Cup, obviously, with the Kobe connections as well.
And check this out. So 30 or 60 is a huge number with orange because orange equals 60, Donald Trump equals 60, Netherlands equals 60.
And he won the 60th quadrennial U.S. election, Trump.
Right. But from Trump visiting with the Orange King, the House of Orange, it was 60 days to the start of the World Cup.
But England won the World Cup 60 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's big. Yeah, that's big. And, here's the 80s real fast. I'm just trying to blow through this pretty fast.
That's
so
okay.
House of Orange Nassau, that's the House of the Dutch. It equals 80.
Okay.
And, again, they played their first game on Trump's 80th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
The 80 Years' War is about Spain and Netherlands, right? And the World Cup final in 2010, 16 years ago, was all about Spain and Netherlands and the 80-year war. And now here we are 16 years later, and the Dutch play their first game on Trump's 80th birthday. But check this out, bro.
Wow.
The song that Shakira released to promote the World Cup is called Die Die. And a Die Die is a Japanese bitter orange.
You see it? She's doing the Baphomet sign.
Right.
What? A bitter orange?
So think about this. The song is Die Die, which it means something else in Italian, but if you translate it to Japanese, it's a bitter orange.
Well, the
And who did
pronunciation of die, is this like the death of the orange man?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's got to have something to do with that, because in the Godfather movies, when you see oranges, it means a death is coming.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just look it up. If you see orange anytime in the Godfather movies, an orange appears, it means somebody's going to die.
Oh my word.
So just think about this. Her song is Die Die, and it's a Japanese orange. And who did the orange play on Orange Man's birthday? Japan.
Japan, yeah.
So this whole riddle, the whole World Cup song that she released was about this game, the Dutch and the Japanese.
And she's from Colombia with your British Columbia.
Right.
And do you know she was married to PK? Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you know this. They were married together, and they were both born on 2-2, exactly 10 years apart.
Oh, wow.
And PK played with number 10 Messi, and they were like just outlandishly good Barcelona in the prime. And PK was a big factor in that. He was probably the best defender in the world, in my opinion, then. So, but yeah, it's 10 years between Shakira and PK being born.
So you want to hear another crazy connection between Shakira and the Dutch, though?
Yeah, no, mate. These Dutch connections are absolutely remarkable.
So do you know when so first of all, get this. The king of Netherlands, he married his queen, and you know where she's from?
Go on.
Argentina.
It's like Messi, Ronaldo's wife's Argentinian as well.
Yeah, and so, but what are the odds that the Dutch king married an Argentinian, and we just had a Dutch ship get sick from Argentina, right?
And Argentina knocked the Netherlands out of the last World Cup.
Right.
When Messi should have got sent off because he handballed it and they never did anything.
And
that
also,
was a shootout, I think that was a shootout, which connects to war. I think they lost in a shootout.
Okay.
Yeah, but the Netherlands don't lose, bro. Like in like, there's some record. They just broke a record where they haven't lost in like 90 minutes at a World Cup. It's some.
And you know what the last day they lost on too was, by the way?
No.
Today.
Oh, really? Well, they won't lose today. I think they win today.
No. I mean, the last date that they lost on was, I believe it's the Battle of Nuremberg.
And what year was that when they last lost?
Okay, so let me just pull up the Battle of Nuremberg. The Battle of Nuremberg is, from what I understand, is the last time they lost in regulation in full time.
Yeah, against Portugal.
It was 1-0 versus Portugal. And get this, bro. It was on this date, 25/6, like 16 times 16 is 256. And look at this. It was in the round of 16.
Yeah,
and there was 16 yellow cards.
Yeah, and just go to Inter Miami Stadium. I might be incorrect here, but I think I'm right. Just go to Inter Miami Stadium. The name of it. What they call it? Does it have its name?
Inter Miami CF Stadium, is that it?
No, go down. Look, 2020. Look, like it's called the NU Stadium, like Nuremberg. Look, the first paragraph. Go up to the first paragraph, and then go to the. No, keep going all the way up. Is that as far as up? There you can go. Right. So look, first paragraph at the bottom. It says NU, like Nuremberg, bro. Oh my word. The Nuremberg.
And think about Miami is all about orange. Word. The Orange Bowl is played in Miami.
Bro, that's crazy. And NU, I don't know if you know this, NU is the 13th letter of the Greek alphabet. And Messi ended the last World Cup with 13 World Cup goals all time. Revelation 13 is the mark of the beast, and it's all about rebellion and lawlessness. NU is the 13th letter of the Greek alphabet.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy. I didn't even look into this stadium, to be honest. So there has to be something with the stadium.
No, there has to be.
And then, like I said, the Miami Stadium hosts the Orange Bowl. So,
but when you pronounce the NU, it's like new, like a new world order, isn't it? New.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is new. I think it's just come about. The name of it, 2026, is when they called it this. In reverse, it's UN as well, isn't it? Like United Nations, which are going to play a massive role in the end of days.
Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. New stadium equals. Okay, I guess I won't talk about that, but it does. I'm gonna have to look more into that because there is a connection it doesn't really connect with what we're talking about, but it is interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so Shakira on her birthday is the day that the Argentine princess got married to the Dutch king on her birthday.
Crazy.
So that was on 2/2. They got married on Shakira's 25th birthday, the Dutch.
And Ronaldo's birthday is 2/5.
Right.
And Neymar. Do you know Neymar was born exactly 7 years after Ronaldo?
No, I didn't know that. Wait,
Yeah,
really?
Call him CR7. Neymar was born exactly 7 years after Messi. He was born 2/5/92, I think. And
Oh, okay.
Ronaldo
Yeah, I did not know that.
So again, he's born exactly 7 years after CR7, and he's miraculously been selected for this World Cup, even though he's injury prone. He's slow now. His knees are all messed up. Yet he got selected. And I said before the tournament he'll play against Scotland. I said he'll play in the third game, and he did. I also said Ochoa would come on before the tournament began, and he came on last night. The Mexican goalie. 3 players have been selected for 6 World Cups: Messi, Ronaldo, and Ochoa. So they had to bring in Ochoa last night to give him some minutes.
Right.
It was 6. 3 of them have been selected for 6 World Cups.
And do you notice that all these star players wear number 10, or at least a lot of them?
A lot of them, yeah. Pele, Messi, Maradona, Neymar. Set 10 and 7 because the beast has 10 arms and 7 heads.
Yeah, I guess that's right. You got Messi and Ronaldo both 10 and 7, right?
Yeah, they're the best players, 10 and 7s historically.
Wow. And again,
and Israel was attacked on 10-7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So real quickly, continuing this real fast. So I told you that Bergen County, New Jersey is where the Dutch Republic used to be, the New Netherlands.
Yes.
But check this out. There was a movie called The Oranges, because just south of the stadium where they're going to be playing, there's...
Wait, that place is called Bergen?
The county that it's in, yeah, Bergen County, New Jersey.
And didn't you say Nuremberg?
Exactly, yeah, Nuremberg.
Berg means mountain. And I was just talking about the mountain with Jesus and his transfiguration. Berg translates to mountain.
Right.
So again, the mountain, like, oh my word. Jesus would pray on the top of a mountain and all of that as well. Mountains are about faith, strength. That's why it says you can move mountains with your faith. So yeah, that's you might want to mention the Berg translates to mountain.
Right.
There's so many Bible verses with mountains and fleeing. We flee to the mountains and stuff. So yeah, that's interesting.
And would you believe, though, too, just south of Bergen County is a group of cities called the Oranges.
Yeah, I laugh sometimes at your work because it's that good. Like I laugh because it sounds like it's so ridiculously good that I laugh. No, I didn't know. Say that again.
I laughed when I found almost all this because it was just like it started building. And check this out, bro. There was a series that was literally called The Oranges, right? And it took place in those same cities just south of the stadium. And guess who starred in the show?
Go on.
Hugh Laurie. And Hugh Laurie's birthday is June 11th, the start of the World Cup.
Really?
So the guy who starred in The Oranges, his birthday was the start of this World Cup.
So you're telling me the show The Oranges came out the same year Bin Laden died?
Yeah, in 2011 on yeah.
And 20 plus 11 is 31, and pretty sure the Netherlands dialing code is plus 31.
Oh, I have never even looked into their dialing code, but yeah maybe it is.
Pretty sure it's plus 31. I was born on my dad's 31st birthday. I'm pretty sure, which is the 11th prime, which is big with like Flight 11 and 9/11 and the New World Order speech exactly 11 years before 9/11, and the Twin Towers look like an 11. Brunson just got the MVP like I predicted, number 11. So the 31-11 connection's big because 31 plus 11 is 42, which for me is the biggest number in all of this right now.
So then there was this connection with the Victor Glover, his birthday, the astronaut wearing the orange, his birthday is also April 30th. So he has the birthday of the Dutch King's Ascension Day.
Ooh, his name's Victor Glover. His name's Victor Glover.
Right.
Oh my word! Imagine if the World Cup final is decided by a goalkeeper's gloves for the victory.
Oh, wow!
Imagine that. Imagine the Dutch keeper. Who's the Dutch keeper? Imagine he's the hero in the final, and he's the victor, and he saves it with his glove. Who's their keeper?
Dutch.
Yeah, I'll That's just hit me now with him. Yeah, because it's quite clear that that's not his real name. These names
okay. I thought his name was Bergen, but it's Verbruggen.
And when's his birthday?
August 18th.
Okay.
Bart. His name is Bart.
His name's Bart, like Simpson.
Yeah.
Isn't orange the only color that's 33?
Yeah.
Check how many days he was born. Oh my word, he's 23, bro. Like the 23rd edition.
Oh, is he?
He's 3 years old. And
okay.
Check out, because he was born 2002. Do the date from 9/11 to when he was born. I bet there's something there.
8/18/2002.
Yeah, there'll be something. Surely there'll be something there. So if he's born
9/11.
Let me have a look.
Oh, well, look at that. 11.
Oh my word. It's 3 weeks, 3 days. Is that what you're saying? Oh, no. That's the anniversary, bro. That's the anniversary. The 1 year anniversary of 9. No. I'm looking at the wrong.
I'm seeing 341 days, but I'm also seeing 11 months in 1 week, which is like New York is 111.
9/11 was with 111 days left in the year, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah, I mean that 111 connections is interesting. He's born. Wow, he's born in the nation.
135 days left in the year, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And 135. Do you know how big that number is? That is an enormous number. So Israel declared its independence, didn't it? 135th day of the year. And coronavirus was declared a pandemic, a span of 13 weeks, 5 days before Trump's birthday. And then Kobe Bean Bryant equals 135. He won 135 playoff games. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame, 135th day of the year. And then Revelation 13:5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him a continued 40 and 2 months. Who speaks great things? Trump.
Exactly, yeah.
And he's the orange man. So this keeper being born 130, he must play a major role, this keeper.
I mean, his gematria is what's really standing out to me. Check this out. Bart Verbruggen equals 1309. And this is a number I've been really seeing a lot. Check this out. Pope Leo, that's his gematria, 1309.
Yeah.
And look how he shares gematria with Netherlands Football Club, how they say it in their language.
So he's like the perfect goalkeeper for the Netherlands, isn't he?
Yeah, and they're known as the Clockwork Orange, which also sums to 1309. And in fact, this 139 is just super huge in general because Pope Leo actually has a couple 139 connections. But yeah, I mean, there's something here with this 1309 because I keep seeing this gematria pop up constantly.
Great, mate. I think I've just made another connection, right? Yeah, I've just made another connection. You're gonna have to bring this up, guys. Give me a few rules here. Can I just turn my air conditioner off? I'm freezing here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cold now. I've just got a connection right now. Just type in Brighton FC.
Brighton FC.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Look when they were founded. You'll see it straight away.
Oh wow, June 24th.
All right, and then go back to that Dutch player. Do you have his Wikipedia up?
Yeah.
Look who he plays for.
Does he play for them?
So he plays for Brighton. Go to the first paragraph. Look.
Yeah, I see it.
He's playing for Brighton, bro, who were founded the anniversary of Freemasonry being founded, and it's Messi's birthday. And Messi knocked out the Netherlands in the last World Cup. This is absolutely crazy. And they're called the Seagulls. And the beast
the Seahawks.
And the beast rises out the sea. And we were talking about the Super Bowl that the Seattle Seahawks won. They're called the Seagulls, bro. Look, the nickname, the Seagulls.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh my goodness.
So remember how the Super Bowl, the Seahawks are tied 23 weeks exactly. They won before the 23rd final. So
yeah. Wow.
But yeah, I it's funny because I hadn't looked into the goalie for the Netherlands yet.
Well, there you
But
go.
like definitely he was there young. He's a pretty young, from what I
That's
understand.
very young. That is very, very young to be a starting keeper at a World Cup. Very,
Right.
very young. You don't often get people in their early 20s starting in a World Cup as a goalkeeper. They're usually in their early 30s. Super rare. But he's there for a reason. All these
Right.
players are there. All the teams, all the players are there perfectly aligned. That's how it works. Literally every player is there because they have to be there with the code.
And so check this out too. Back to April 30th real fast. So the Dutch king became king on April 30th. Church of Satan was founded on April 30th. Guess when the Netherlands played their first international game?
That date.
April 30th.
Oh my word.
So check how this confirmation that we just got in the last Netherlands game too. I was talking about this weeks ago, and check out what just happened in the last Netherlands game that confirmed all of this. I'll just show you real fast.
Mate, the Dutch's second choice goalkeeper is number 23. And his name's Mark Vlekken, like Mark of the Beast.
Wow.
Their backup goal is number 23. He plays in England as well. I think he plays for Brentford. They're called the Bees. Do you have any The Bees.
The Bees,
They
yeah.
got a bee on his hand.
Yeah, well, that was when he was visiting with King Charles.
Yeah, he got a bee on his hand. So Netherlands backup goalkeeper plays for Brentford, whose nickname's the Bees.
My lord. Wow.
The Beekeeper movie, The Beekeeper, and they're called Keepers. There's a movie called Beekeeper with Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Beekeeper. And he's the
Wow.
Beekeeper. B is like second choice. Well, don't tell me this guy's going to come in, Mark Vlekken, like Mark of the Beast.
Man, I need to look into this guy now too.
Yeah, Mark Vlekken.
Mark.
His birthday is 33. Oh my word, he's 33 years old.
Mark Vlekken.
Yeah,
born on June 13th too, one day before Trump.
Yeah, the 613, like Ephesians 6:13. That's the 112th prime number in it, which is massive. The 112. Or 13:6. 13 is the 6 prime. Yes. His middle name's Maria.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like the Virgin Mary. Whose guy's got a middle name? I don't know if that's a Dutch
Mark
thing.
Maria.
Mark Maria. Really?
That's a bit interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen a guy's middle name Maria. I don't think in my life. Maybe it's a Dutch thing, so I'm not going to be too harsh on it.
Yeah, I'll have to look more into him as well. You're bringing up some great points.
Yeah, just thank you.
But check this out, man. I have to get to this with the Church of Satan stuff. So the last Dutch game, right? I had already made this connection to the moon landing guys. The game finished 5-1, right?
Yes.
And this is the perfect score to have because the king showed up. The king of Netherlands showed up at the game. And guess who else showed up at the game? And from what I understand, this is the only game these astronauts attended. It's the Netherlands and Sweden game. So Victor Glover, who's born on April 30th, and the king, who became king on April 30th, and the Netherlands, who played their first ever international on April 30th, they won 5-1, 51 days after these three guys' anniversary.
I've got some more for you. Sweden won their first game 5-1.
Exactly.
And Euro 2024, that began on Donald Trump's birthday, his 78th birthday. It was Germany against Scotland, and his father was German and his mother was Scottish. It finished 5-1, right, to Germany.
Uh-huh.
And in Euro 2024, there was a total of 51 games played.
Oh, my.
And this connects to Area 51. Messi, at the end
Lionel
of
Messi equals 51.
Yeah, because he had 13 goals in 26 games, yeah? Go to the number properties. Messi, after winning the World Cup, he had 13 goals in 26. Go to 1,326. That was his record. 51st try, yeah?
Yep.
So at the end of the World Cup, he had 13 goals in 26 appearances. And that connects to Area 51 and how he's called an alien. The 51st State movie. 51's massive, isn't it? It's huge.
Yeah, and this was just a huge confirmation for me when they scored 5-1, and it was 51 days after. Like, it's the most important day to the whole Netherlands. Think about it. It's the first game they played ever in their history, and it's their king's birth or ascension day. So
it's when the Illuminati were founded with the 5-1 as well, with like the last Euros being in Germany.
Yeah, exactly. Because what's crazy about that is if you go 51 days before or after, if you do the span of the days, it'd be from 5-1. It would be also 51 days, right? Like the Illuminati.
Oh wow, yeah.
So no matter how you do it, from April, and I forgot that's the day.
Bro, I've got another thing for you. Gianna Bryant, yeah, obviously she was born 5-1.
Yeah.
This is a big. You're gonna have to take this.
Okay.
You might want to bring it up.
Yeah.
You'll see it straight away. Just type in Kobe Bryant's last game watched at the Staples Center. You're gonna see it straight away. And he was with Gianna. Oh my word, this is massive. Look, can you go? Look at the freaking jacket. It's orange.
Right.
And he's with Gianna, born 5-1. That was his last ever game that he watched at the Staples Center before they died. It was against Lucas Dallas, which connects to JFK. But he's wearing.
Oh, the Netherlands' first game was in Dallas.
Oh my word! And then oh my word! And when Messi won the World Cup at the last World Cup, his campaign began on the anniversary of JFK's assassination.
Oh my word!
Where they lost to Saudi Arabia, which connects. That's where Bin Laden was born. Oh my word, bro! What we doing breaking the matrix here? He's wearing orange, and Luca loves football, doesn't he? Luca's obsessed.
Oh, do you remember though what I told you about the? Do you remember what I told you about the Godfather movie? When you see orange, it means death is coming.
Yeah, and he's wearing that orange. Everyone just like, it's orange equals 33. I'm like, no. I was always trying to figure out why was it orange. It can't just be because it equals 33. It'll be this. Oh my word, it's got to be connected to this. The 51.
And what was the date of this?
I'll find it for you. Kobe last ever game watched date versus Dallas.
And he retired on the day the King William visited Trump this year.
No way!
What?
It was exactly 4 years before Kobe and Gianna died. How have I never found that?
Really?
Kobe Bryant's final career game against the... Oh, no, bro, I'm finding something else. Can I get I've just found something by accident.
What is it?
Mate, I've just found something completely by accident. The way I've typed it in. Just type in Kobe's last ever game versus Dallas. Bro, it was exactly 4 years before he died with Gianna. I've just done it by accident. Please tell me it shows it for you as well. 126, 2016, bro. No way.
Yep.
I've just found that by accident, guys.
Oh, my.
And then his last game he watched as a fan was against Dallas. Oh, my word. But what have I just found?
So, wow.
He died exactly 4 years before Kobe and Gianna died. Kobe played his last game against Dallas. And the last game he ever watched at the Lakers Stadium was versus Lucas Dallas, who's now playing for the Lakers. I've written a book about Kobe. I never found that. That was by accident.
So, but this wasn't the game he wore orange in, though, right?
No, that's the last game he ever played against Dallas. So let's find the date. Let's find the date that he watched them. Because that was an accidental find. That was an accidental find. All right. We've got to find, you guys in the chat can find it as well. We've got some great codes in the chat, and there's got to be a date. Find the
December
date.
29th, 2019.
Oh my, that makes sense, doesn't it? That's freaking Myles Garrett's birthday. Who I say is Kobe.
Oh my God.
That's when Pele died.
Oh my.
And that's Albert Pike's birthday. And that's when Netanyahu was sworn in as Prime Minister of Israel. 201st Prime, bro. So do that date then, maybe from the final. What the heck have we just done, bro?
Yeah, this is crazy.
That is crazy. It's not an accident. It was against Dallas. And like you said, with JFK. With Messi winning the World Cup and his campaign.
No, it's exactly 79 months. I wonder what that might mean.
22nd prime. Isn't 79 the atomic number is for gold?
For gold, yeah. Well, bro, that means it's the start of the 80th month then, because as
Oh,
soon as
it
you
is?
finish,
Yeah.
as soon as you finish 79, you're starting your 80th month, right?
You're going to 80, yeah. You're going to 80.
So, and remember, it's 80 days after the Prince of or King of Orange's Ascension Day.
Yeah,
And remember, Trump
79
just
to 22nd
bro,
prime.
Trump went from 79 to 80 on the Netherlands' first game. Think about it. He was
Ah,
79.
amazing. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he went from 79 to 80. Yeah.
That's also 2404 days. That Revelation has 404 verses. That's interesting.
And 79 plus 80 is 159, yeah?
Oh my, look at
Bro,
this.
is that right? Yeah, it's 159.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so that connects to 9/11.
Right.
Oh my word, that connects to 9/11. Because, right, 9:37, right, on 9/11, terrorist crash, American Airlines Flight 77, yeah? It was at 9:37. Bro, do the prime number for that. I'm pretty sure it's freaking 159.
937.
79 plus 8 is 159. I'm pretty sure.
It is. Yeah.
Oh my word. Let's say that again. So what were you saying about 79 and 80 with Trump and his birthday in the Netherlands?
So the Netherlands played their first World Cup game this year on Trump's 80th birthday, which means the day he went from 79 to 80, right?
Okay, and then we said 79 plus 80 is 159. And I'm saying at 9:37, Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon, and 9:37's 159th prime. And then prior to that, the North Tower came down to connect with your tower symbolism with the Dutch. And that was Flight 11, and the blooming dialing code's plus 31, the 11th prime.
Oh
my word. And this is all New York, innit, where the final is.
Yeah, again, the New York gets its flag from the Dutch. So, I mean, I can't get any more on your front than that.
No.
That's literally why the Knicks wear orange and blue. It comes from the Dutch.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Have they ever had any Dutch players? Probably not. You don't get many Dutch basketball players.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
I don't think so. I'd have to look, though. But you know what's also crazy about this date? Where the last, bro, look at this. So because I have this great new calculator that they created on Derek's, I have all my dates saved, right? Yeah. So I have a whole inventory of dates saved. So check out the history of the date 12. Oh shoot, I have the wrong date in here this whole time.
Really?
Yeah. I had the wrong date in the whole time.
Okay, let's see what you have now. Have you done from Kobe's last game? Is that what you just did?
No, I was 10 days. For some reason, I was 10 days before the last game he watched. I was on the 19th instead of the 29th.
Well, let's figure it out then.
So it'd been 78 months and 20 days instead of 79.
Okay.
But there might be something still here.
Oh, wait. What wasn't Kobe 12/29/2019, yeah? Was his last time he watched the Lakers?
Yeah.
Is that not 80 date numerology? For your 80s?
Let me check. I'm just putting that date in there and saving it because it had 80 date numerology.
Oh my word. But pure, yeah, like the top one.
Right. Yeah. And let's not forget, like you said, how important of a day that is, and just how it connects to Myles Garrett is wild.
Yeah, who's just gone to LA, hasn't he?
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Is this all right? The date that you put in. Tell me if it's is it 6 years, 29 weeks when you include the span?
Yes.
This is something what I do. I might not find anything. Just type in like major events on 6/29. Oh my word, it's when Apple released its freaking first iPhone.
And that date's coming up.
Yeah, so the 6/29. Is there anything else with 6/29?
Bro, that's Oliver Tree's birthday.
That's Oliver Tree's birthday.
Yep.
No way, I did a crazy stream about him. It was the first ever Miss Universe. Doesn't that connect to Trump? Didn't he do
Right.
Did Trump do the beauty pageants and stuff?
Yeah.
But anyway, the first Apple phone was released at 6/29.
So, but think about this too. Oliver Tree died on the Netherlands' first game on Orange Man's birthday.
Yeah, a helicopter like Kobe.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Oh my word. Okay.
And it's just so perfect, isn't it? Kobe's last game, he's wearing orange. And in The Godfather, like I said, it's almost like they were telling us, because Godfather, oranges and death. You see this?
No, I find that breathtaking, mate. So you're telling me, you know, 4 connects to death, yeah?
Right.
The 4th horseman is death. Well, just from the top of my head, that means that Kobe died exactly 4 weeks after attending that game. Can you confirm it? I'm just doing it off the top of my head.
Yeah. So to Kobe's death, you mean?
Yeah, it must have been exactly 4 weeks from top of my head.
Yeah, it was. It's exactly 4 weeks.
And if you include the span, you got your 41, haven't you? Oh my word, you got your 41 with the span, the 4 weeks, 1 day.
Right. Yeah.
And he died at 41. And so 4 weeks is 28 days, yeah? 4 times 7 for your 47 is 28. And that's when his statue was unveiled. 2/8, which is that 39th day of the year. Messi won that last World Cup, which lasted 28 days, which I connected to. Have you seen that movie 28 Days Later? The zombie apocalypse pandemic.
Yeah, which also that recent one, the 28 years later, or is it?
Yeah, there's a 28 years later as well.
That has the tower on it.
It does?
Yeah.
It's a perfect number, isn't it? The 28
is a tower of skulls.
It's a tower of skulls? Oh shit, yeah, it is. And that looks like the nucleus symbol, doesn't it? A little bit.
Yeah. That came out on June 20th, man.
And Danny Boyle, he did the 2012 Olympic ceremony, I think, which foreshadowed COVID in London. That Danny Boyle. Oh my word. Yeah. So
Widow's son's in the house. Shout out to him, Widow's son. He says Kobe gave a handshake to Luka Doncic. Get it? Like the Don from The Godfather?
Yeah, and Don like Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, but the Godfather movie is the Don, and that's about the oranges again, you know.
And then that goes back to your number 10 with Abaddon.
Exactly, yeah. Abaddon, which is destruction, and remember, Oliver Tree died 10 days before this earthquake destruction, right? And his last album, Oliver Tree's last album, was all destruction. Look at it, Oliver Tree.
Do you know his first album was called Demons?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his first album was Demons.
In fact, I believe that this death or this earthquake is directly connected to Oliver Tree because, again, I told you 10 days after his death, on number 10's birthday, you have this destruction. And look how the front of the album is a heart. It's a heart with like a wreckage, right? Like it almost looks like an earthquake went through.
Yeah. Wow.
And this whole thing's connected to Venus because Venezuela starts with the V, the Vena, like Venus.
Yeah.
And there's a whole Venus riddle with it, but it makes sense that there's a heart and a wreckage, right? So you have this perfect synchronicity with this earthquake in Venezuela.
Yeah, because a lot of earthquakes can lead to heart attacks. There's studies in it.
Yeah.
With the shock. Broken heart.
And it is heartbreaking what's happening to those people because they're already poor and their infrastructure already sucks there. So
yeah, but it also just shows you the fragility of life that we all need to be aware of. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Might not be an earthquake. It could be a fire. It could be, I don't know, getting an accident. Life
and even in a place where it's not very common to have big earthquakes either. So you never know.
I've never really known much about earthquakes in Venezuela.
No, it's not very common. Like I said, their last big one was in almost 1900 or something like that.
But it was I told you, Venezuela's dialing code's +58. And the earthquake was the same day Brazil beat Scotland. And Brazil won the World Cup in 58. Oh, wait, 58 was also the Munich air disaster, bro, with planes. Type in Munich air disaster. So going to the plains with Oliver Tree and all of that, that was in 58. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe that's when they... Is it?
Yeah, it was 58. Yeah.
And it was 2/6. Yeah, it was on the anniversary of Elizabeth becoming the queen. So that there, the Air again, Satan, the Prince of the Air, the 23rd edition, Jordan, the Air Jordans, all these crashes we're having. Yeah, that was Man United, the Red Devils. But they weren't called the Red Devils then, I don't think. They got that name after that.
Yeah, and it's interesting too that you're mentioning this because, you know, the first ever World Cup final that Netherlands was in was against West Germany.
What year was that? Because they've never won the World Cup, have they?
1974.
74, okay. Sure, there'll be something to that. The Netherlands and the Dutch, they have a history of not liking each other in football. There was a time when Rudy Voller spat in the face of, I think, Ruud Gullit. It was a big thing about racism, spat in his face.
Ah, I see.
So they've not liked each other, those two nations, when it comes to football,
right,
for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, what a wild stream so far. I know we're kind of getting farther along in here. We're already an hour and a half in. So time goes fast. I mean, we'll have to take because I don't want to go longer than 2 hours, but
same, yeah, I've got to do this.
But I do want to get a poll from the chat. If you guys want to see a part 2 of this, and like maybe next week, or maybe we'll plan a part 2 as we get closer to the finals.
Yeah, the knockout stages and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of going over all the finds that we had. I don't know if there's anything specifically that you want to share. I've talked a lot about the Netherlands, and I still have a lot that I haven't even shared about them, but I think I'll let you kind of get in some of what you're seeing, like anything you want to share about before we got about a half an hour. So if you want to, anything.
Yeah, I told you, I think this whole World Cup is extremely biblical. So I ran a few numbers. I like to use verses in my codes. So like it's the 23rd edition. And I straight away went to Revelation 2:3. Mm-hmm. Messi, by the way, scored in the last World Cup final after 23 minutes. I don't know if you know that. Against France. I didn't know that
either.
Yeah, I think it may have even been the opening goal. It was 23 minutes. And now he's playing in USA, innit? But Revelation 2:3, it says, and has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake has labored and has not fainted. So that Revelation 2:3 is just Jesus commending the church in Ephesus for being diligent, for being enduring, hardworking, and basically refusing to tolerate false doctrine and false teachers. But they lost their first love. So yeah. It's very interesting. I think that's just the world as a whole. Like, Jesus is not number one. Do you know what I mean? Ultimately, for most people, believe that he's not their number one. He's not really their Lord. So, and then I did this. I was like, the draw. You know, they do the draw for the World Cup, like who's going to play who in the group. Uh-huh. Well, that draw was exactly 192 weeks after the 2022 FIFA World Cup draw, which was on 4-1, by the way, 22, like 41. And then Mexico played South Africa in the opening game of the 2010 World Cup and 2026, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's 16 years is 192 months for your 192.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then Revelation 19:2. You can bring it up for true and righteous are his judgments. For he hath judged the great whore, which is Babylon, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and hath avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. Now, I believe this great whore is this Babylonian system. I know many people believe Babylon and is like Jerusalem and all of that. But I think this like fornication, it's the whole earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't say it corrupted this great city. It says, which did corrupt the earth. So I think this fornication, this Babylon, is the system, you know, that we live in, that promotes basically evil to be good. So I was looking into that. And then basically that verse is just that God's judgment is true and just, right? People say it's unfair that people go to hell. But when you read the Bible, his judgment is righteous. He don't want you to go there, but he has to judge sin. Do you know what I mean? And there's no There's no forgiving your sins without accepting Christ died for your sins on the cross. So his judgment is fair, even though it may seem unfair to people. Then there's 104 matches. There's never been 104 matches. You know, Kobe retired the 104th day of the year. But Revelation 10:4 says, and when the seven thunders had uttered their voices, remember the Thunder recently won the NBA Finals in Game 7. I was about to write, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up those things which the seven thunders uttered, and write them not. So 7 might play a big role in this final. So I was doing, this is how my book started off.
Well, I mean, the 7, I've noticed a lot of 7s already. Yeah, a lot of 7s have scored.
What's that?
I said I noticed a lot of player number 7s have scored as well. Obviously,
yeah, Ronaldo's the biggest 7. I told you Neymar was born exactly 7 years after him.
Yeah.
So what else did happen? We know Trump got that first FIFA Peace Prize award, didn't he?
Yeah.
He got the Peace Prize award, which is crazy, and he's going to hand out the trophy. His birth is 6/14, and Jeremiah 6:14 says, they have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people, slightly saying peace, peace, when there is no peace. Let's bring up that verse. That's his birthday. Jeremiah 6:14.
6:14. Okay, I got it.
Trump's being called the Prince of Peace and all of that. That's his birthday. Jeremiah was a prophet. So look at that.
And think about how Trump, Oliver Tree died on his birthday. Oliver Tree is like an olive branch.
Well, type in olive tree, the Bible. Olive tree, and see what it says about it, with his name being Oliver Tree. And then you see all of his album covers where he's doing like replicating Jesus on a cross and things like that.
Hold on a second.
And you have to find those images of him on a cross.
Apparently there's every time I type in Olive Tree Bible, there's an app called Olive Tree, I guess, that talks about the Bible. Hold on. The olive tree in the Bible. Symbolism. The olive tree is one of the most prominent, significant, and frequently mentioned plants in the Bible. In ancient Israel, it was essential for food, light, medicine, and religious rituals, causing it to become deeply layered and spiritual symbol.
But do you see how when you bring the Bible to the work, it takes you to the next level? It's all about it. Right. Jesus is the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega. And that's why the Mexico goalkeeper, he played his first game for Mexico in the Azteca, and his last game in the Azteca, the first and the last yesterday. Right? So when you bring it back to the Bible, you look at Oliver Tree, you can break down all of his symbolism, his albums and stuff, which is so interesting. But for me, straight away, I was like, olive tree. Olive tree. And that's where we're going. It's pretty wild how this is all playing out. To be honest,
there was so much more with Oliver Tree that I didn't even look at. I mean,
oh no,
I did a decode on him, but I kind of moved on. I probably should have. I'm definitely going to probably go back and look more into his, and it's probably going to connect to the World Cup in general anyway. So,
well, also as well, you're talking about the heart with Oliver Tree.
Yeah.
If you go look this up, that the World Cup draw. It was hosted by Kevin Hart.
The World Cup draw?
So, they draw the teams. There's 48 teams, and they got to put them into 12 groups of 4. 12-4, which is Diego Jota's birthday, who died. 12 groups of 4. And I'm pretty sure it was Kevin Hart and Heidi Klum. For the heart symbolism, God will judge your heart. And then
final results draw by Kevin Hart and Heidi Klum, yeah.
And was it December the 5th, yeah? 12-5?
Yeah.
Right, go to Revelation 12:5, and look where it took place. You're gonna piss yourself. It was the JFK Center. It was JFK, which we were just talking about. That's where it took place, in Washington D.C. Trump. But it was on 12:5. So just go to Revelation 12:5 and give that a read.
Yeah, so 12:5 is, and she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne.
Now, who's that child?
Christ.
Yeah, so it's basically the story of the Messiah, message,
Right.
Messiah. The woman giving birth to the male child was Mary, rule all nations with a rod of iron, and who snatched up to God and to his throne. So basically, it's pointing directly to the identity and the triumph of Jesus Christ. And I keep getting asked, like, who's winning the World Cup? I'm like, you need to know that Jesus Christ won. Like, victory belongs to the Lord. I know this is interesting. The Netherlands, brilliant. I'd love it if they win it for you. But what matters is knowing who has ultimate victory over sin, over death, over evil, over the world. That's what we need to tell people, which I think we can do with this work. And then when
Yeah,
you
it's crazy. It's crazy too, because my decoder originally started out with the V, and that actually connects to the Netherlands as well, because there's a lot of V's in the language. But my whole original code connected to it, the V, because it all started with the NBA Finals and Victor, right? Victor Wembanyama.
Mm-hmm.
And I started looking into the letter V, and I started seeing that all this victory symbolism, right? And then Shakira, when she did her song, she was standing on the statue of Nike, which is victory.
Yep.
And of course, Nike is obviously hosts that. But you're right. I mean, it's ultimately about the victory of good over evil, of Jesus over, that victory. Like, so it's so important. Just the word victory in general.
Well, it absolutely is. And the Dutch, who beat Sweden 5-1, Sweden's best player is Victor Gyökeres.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And Arsenal just signed him. Didn't win the league in like 22 years. They signed Victor Gyökeres, and in the first season they win the league. So yeah, the Victor is very important. And Heidi Klum doing it again. What's Heidi Klum doing? Kevin Hart can't play football, right? Heidi Klum's this supermodel. But have you typed in like Heidi Klum Halloween and how she's dressed as demons and stuff?
I haven't seen that.
Bro, you got to type in Heidi Klum Halloween. All of you in the chat ask me why Heidi Klum, a supermodel, and a comedian are basically doing this draw when they have nothing to do with football. I think Heidi Klum's German, isn't she? I think. But look at her Halloween.
Is this her?
Yes. It's a demon, bro. They're demons. They live amongst us. That's her dressed up.
Oh, wow.
So again, the demonic side to all of this, probably why. And she also dressed up as E.T., bro.
My goodness.
Look, can you see that? She dressed up as E.T., like the alien stuff. And Victor Wembanyama is the alien. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wow.
So and God's going to judge your heart, which is with the Kevin Hart. He just got roasted, didn't he? But I don't know if you know this, Heidi means noble birth. And I just talked about that verse. Oh my word, I've got to connect that to my book now. Go back to Revelation 12:5.
Yeah.
Oh my word, bro, this is amazing. I'm going to have to remember. Read it out again. Oh my word, read it out again. I'm excited now. Guys, give me a woo in the chat. Read that out again.
And she brought forth a man-child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up into God and to his throne.
Right, now type in, and I told you Heidi Klum did the draw, yeah?
Yeah.
Type in the Heidi meaning. Heidi meaning, oh my word. Guys, I'm pretty sure it means noble birth. Oh my word. Jesus, the noble birth. The Revelation 12:5. Oh my word. Guys. Come on. That's crazy.
Insane, man.
That is crazy. That's crazy, that one.
Yeah, it was crazy that you were connecting it with that, and then...
Yeah, well, how did I just come to that? By literally saying, why Heidi Klum? And most people are like, oh, I don't give a shit. I'm like, no, why Heidi Klum? Why? Has to be a reason why, and that's your reason right there. Oh my word. That's why she did it on 12:5. That draw. Now it makes sense. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, like I said, I'll have to look more into Heidi Klum. Wasn't she married to Tom Brady?
No.
That's
No,
Giselle.
that was Giselle.
She was married to somebody though, wasn't she, Heidi Klum?
I'm sure they all stay together, don't they? Like they marry each other. I think she married Seal. Oh my word, she married Seal.
Like the SEALs.
Like
Wow.
and like it was the Navy SEALs that found the 6 SEALs that found Bin Laden, and the 7 SEALs. Jesus opens the 7 SEALs. She was married to Seal, the singer. She was married to Seal. That's it. Thank you for that. I'm going to have to mention Seal's going in the book now. I didn't think he'd be going in, but he's going in.
And she's a she's a Victoria's Secret Angel. Victoria Secret Angel.
Like the Queen and Seal's from London. Seal's, oh my word, Seal were born 1963. Isn't that when JFK was killed?
Yeah.
Oh my word, bro. Oh my word, his name's Henry. Like Henry VIII.
Wait, whose name's Henry?
Seal Henry, also gone oh my word, got the longest name in history. No wonder he reduced it to Seal. Got the longest name I've ever seen.
Seal Henry, okay.
Yeah. Oh my word, he's got a child called Henry Gunther. We know what we've done about Gunther. The rest.
But bro, he had that song "Kiss from a Rose," you know.
Oh my word, yeah, he did.
Jesus rose again, right?
Jesus rose again, yeah.
That's what the whole Rose Cross is about from the Rosicrucians.
Right, I'm pretty sure he's behind the "Fly Like an Eagle" from Space Jam.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
23rd edition. He did Space Jam song. Oh, bro, what are we doing here? Like, yeah, yeah. And the "Kiss from a Rose" came out in 1994. That's when USA hosted the World Cup.
And Brazil won that, right?
Brazil won that. I don't think they win it this time.
He's Brazilian. But his father's Brazilian.
His mother's Brazilian, but he was born in London, yeah?
No, his father is Brazilian, and his mother is Nigerian. His mother's Nigerian, his father's Brazilian, but he's born in London.
But he's born in London.
He also did a song called Killer.
And he also did a soundtrack for Batman, and Trump called himself Batman, didn't he?
Yeah.
Batman, the pandemic. Oh my word! No, this is done. I'm done. Freaking Seal was born in St. Mary's Hospital, like the mother of Jesus.
Wow,
born
really?
St. Mary's, bro.
St. Mary's. Yeah, I see it. St. Mary's Hospital.
Nah.
So you got the Seals, you got the Mary, you got the Heidi Klum, the Noble Birth.
And he came on the scene. His career began in 1987 when Messi was born. That's when he started his career. Seal, the SEALs, the 7 SEALs, the Navy SEALs with Bin Laden.
You know what's crazy about his birth year? 63. He's now 63 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know the Netherlands coach is also 63 years old.
Ronald Koeman, like Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, I'll just wait till you see my decode on Ronald Koeman and Ronald Reagan and Ronaldo. Did you know? I'll just give a quick. Did you know that Ronaldo is named after Ronald Reagan? Did you know that?
Yeah, his dad named him after him.
Right.
Wait, so Seal's 9th studio album was called 7. 7, bro. 7 is the 9th studio album by Seal. What the heck was that 79 you found? You had a 79 years or something, bro.
What was that?
7 is the 9th studio album by Seal. 79. What was it?
Okay. It was the wrong measurement though, because it was that.
Okay. Wait, it's a 79 20-second prime, the gold thing. Right. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just gonna say I found some crazy stuff about Ronaldo and.
Oh yeah, so yeah, he was named after Ronald Reagan. His dad, some Portuguese guy loved Ronald Reagan. It made no sense. Said he was like a strong man, so I'm going to name him after Ronald Reagan. He was the 40th president as well, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Reagan.
And remember whose birthday. So, man, I almost want to get into this, but this is a whole nother decode. But so Ronaldo is named after Reagan. We just had the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting. That was in the same place as Reagan, right?
Yeah.
And so whose birthday is the World Cup final? It's Oz Perlman.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So this whole thing, this is such a huge part of the World Cup riddle that needs to be looked at, because Oz Perlman's birthday is the World Cup final. It's his 44th birthday, just like William just turned 44.
Okay, and he is what, a magician? Oh yeah, he's the magician, yeah.
He was the magician at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. That was the exact same place that Reagan was shot, years before, right?
Yeah, and it's also like the Wizard of Oz.
Right. But so you got Perlman, and then you got Ronaldo being named after Ronald Reagan, right? Check this out. Ronald Koeman, look when he became the Netherlands coach on Ronald Reagan's birthday.
Oh my word. And have you read Matthew 7:6? It says, "Do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine." Pearls. She's called Perlman.
Yeah, and yeah, but the pearl, the pearl is interesting too, because
you got the Pearl Harbor as well with Japan and USA.
Well, yeah, the whole thing was also connected to Pearl Harbor. Remember, the Dutch played the Japan in their first game on Orange Man's birthday. So you have Pearl Harbor, but it's also connected to the Pirates of the Caribbean too, because what's the two ships in that show?
You got the Black Pearl
and the Flying Dutchman.
And the Flying Dutchman, yeah. And that's right. Oh my word, bro! I don't know if you've seen this before. Type in Robin van Persie flying header. Have you seen it? Oh my, you're gonna get goosebumps. Robin van Persie flying header. They called him the Flying Dutchman. Robin van Persie. Yeah. But watch this header. It's the craziest header you'll see. Maybe you can't watch the video, I don't know, but go on the image. Maybe you can see it. Look, they called him the Flying Dutchman, bro. They scored from that header. Oh my word, it was 5-1. The game was 5-1. They beat Spain. They killed Spain. Oh my bro, I've just give you gold. The Flying Dutchman. They smashed Spain 2014. I think it was. Yeah. They smashed them. I just moved to Mexico. It was the year I moved to Mexico. I remember watching it in a coffee house. Guys, they called him the Flying, and he played for the Red Devils, Man United.
Yeah, and
oh my
I believe the Flying Dutchman is a huge thing here, because
Davy Jones.
Let me just end with this, because I know we're getting close to the end. What do you think Ronald Reagan's nickname was?
I don't know. I just know he was a MAGA president. I don't know his nickname.
His nickname was Dutch.
No. His nickname was Dutch. Did they tell you why?
His father gave him the nickname Dutch because he had because he looked like a fat little Dutchman.
What?
And
what then, bullshit.
And then his mother. So I just want you to put this together. So let me just like fastly put this together. So you have the coach. You have the coach of Netherlands, whose name is Ronald, and he became the coach of Netherlands on Ronald Reagan's birthday. Ronald Reagan's nickname is Dutch. There was a White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting on whose birthday? Do you know whose birthday the White House Correspondents' shooting was on?
No.
It was a very famous Dutch player. I know you know who it is.
Very famous. Is he a current player or an ex-player?
No, he's actually dead now. He's their most famous player.
Okay, Cruyff.
Yeah. The White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting was on the most famous Dutch player's birthday. His 79th. Wow.
And I told you he's number 14, like Pope Leo the 14th. He was number 14.
Yeah. So put that together real fast. You have the shooting was on the Dutch player's birthday. Then you have Ronald Koeman, who became coach on Ronald Reagan's birthday.
This is sensational. Can I take this from my book?
Yeah, of course.
Because the 2-6 was also the Munich air disaster, and it's also when Elizabeth became the queen.
Yeah. And then what is the odds that Ronald Reagan? I found all of this, but check out these date durations though, man. So I just ran all the date measurements between all these Ronalds.
Yeah. Ronald McDonald as well. Ronald McDonald, and Trump was giving out fries at McDonald's not long ago.
Yeah. But look how perfect this is, bro. Look at this. Yeah. So we got Ronaldo, we got Ronald Reagan, and we got Ronald Koeman. And we got Oz Perlman, who was the magician. His birthday is the World Cup final, right? So these four characters. Look how perfect their birthdays are. This is like beyond unbelievable. So from Ronaldo's birth to Ronald Reagan's birth to Ronald Reagan's death, is 70, 60 days, right? 70, 60.
Mm-hmm.
And That's the same amount of days between Ronald Koeman's birth and Oz Perlman's birth.
Mate, you see that 7-6 as well. Ronaldo, number 7, is the only player to score in 6 World Cups.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, but just ask yourself, what are the odds that this exact same date duration between Ronaldo's birth and Ronald Reagan's birth and Ronald Koeman's birth and Oz Perlman's birth? Because all these things are connected, as I just showed.
No, and 7-6 is George Bush's birthday and when the Guidestones came down.
Yeah, but check this out. It's not the only exact date durations they have. There's actually one more. If you go from Ronald Koeman's birth to Ronaldo's birth, it's 7,992 days. If you go from Oz Perlman's birth to Ronald Reagan's birth, it's the exact same amount of days.
Nah, that's just...
So there's 2 date measurements between these 4 characters that are exactly the same. What are the odds of that?
This is they're characters, aren't they? I don't know what they are. I don't think they're human. That's crazy, bro.
This is one of the most crazy finds I think I've ever found. And that I found all of this before I even knew that Ronald Reagan's nickname was Dutch.
It just keeps going, doesn't it? It just...
And, you know, he made also Ronald Reagan actually established Dutch-American Friendship Day in 1982, the year that Oz Perlman was born.
No. And then you were talking about the Black Pearl and the Pirates, and Brady's last Super Bowl was with the Buccaneers, which is Pirates.
Yeah, like I said, I dropped my biggest reveals, guys, but I just wanted the people who watched my stream the other night to learn that after I made all these connections with the Netherlands, I found out that Ronald Reagan's nickname was Dutch. So that means every big event this year that you can think of connects to the Dutch. Think about it. Let me just go over it one more time.
Can I just tell you, I don't know if you know this, but Ronald means mighty ruler or having the God's power.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's pretty crazy. So the name is very, very powerful.
Yeah. It's a very important name, obviously, because
it's huge.
And think about how many soccer players have Ronaldo. There was a other Ronaldo, right?
The Brazilian Ronaldo, then Ronaldinho, which means little Ronaldo.
Yeah, but like, don't people just like wake up from just that? Like, what are the odds that you have 3 of the best players in history just happen to be Ronaldo, essentially? Like, it doesn't make sense. Does that make sense to you? Like, what's the odds of that happening? Like that?
I questioned it like many years. Well, no, I didn't question it before I knew all this stuff, but yeah, like 2020, I'm like, what is it with the Ronaldo, the Ronald? What is it? And now I obviously know what Ronald means. But yeah, it is. Do you know what I mean? And they're so good, and they have that name. And then Leo Messi, Messiah, Messenger, Leo, Lion, like Jesus.
It's too in your face, man. It's too in your face.
That's why I'm like, I'm not sure they're human. Like I said this to somebody, that if these fallen angels live amongst us, right? Because they were cast out of heaven to earth, they can't die. You know that, yeah?
Right.
They can't die, but they can reveal themselves in human form. So they can plan centuries ahead because they can't die.
Exactly.
They can reveal themselves as different people throughout history. So when you start thinking it's like a certain group of people, you know, like the Jesuits and the Freemasons doing all of this, they can't because they die, don't they?
Yeah.
None of it, but if they're fallen angels who can't die, then they can plan way ahead.
Yeah.
They can do it. So what you've just done with Koeman and Ronaldo and Ronald Reagan, that to me is not, obviously it's clearly not a coincidence, but if it is these fallen angels who are just very crafty and cunning and intelligent and deceitful, they can do this. They can. And remember, like, so for example, Maradona's hand of God, yeah?
Yeah.
Was that a positive thing or a negative thing?
Well, wasn't in essence, it was
cheating.
It wasn't a good thing, really. It wasn't.
It was cheating. It was cheating. It was corruption. Yeah. Is that how?
But they're calling it the hand of God, you know.
Yeah. So, but who's the God of this world in the Bible?
Right.
So when you look at that, when you actually study it and go, what they're basically saying is that God is corrupt, that He promotes evil and corruption. It is, but that's what they do. The hand of God, it's the hand of Satan.
Did you intentionally wear orange today?
I promise you on my life, and I can show you my message.
Somebody in the chat is just saying you're wearing orange.
You know, when you get closer to it, it's red.
Yeah.
It's red.
Oh, really?
Like you can't really see with the light in, but This is red. It looks orange,
Okay.
it's red. You know, okay, you know, kind of like where it says live at the top, where it says that 204, where we're going live on your StreamYard. It's like that color if you saw it. But would you say that's red or orange?
That's more red.
Yeah, so it does look orange, but no, absolutely not. But okay, when we did this stream, you didn't tell me you were talking about the Netherlands or anything, did you? I was just like, what are we doing the stream today? And about an hour you went, yes, you sent me the link. So
no, we didn't talk about anything really.
We didn't. So basically what it was is I don't have, where I live in my apartment, I don't have a washing machine, right?
Yeah.
But I have a woman who does my washing. I pay her, she does my washing, she brings it. Her washing machine's broken. So right now, like pretty much I've gone through my clothes.
Oh, that sucks.
This was it. Like, I don't really wear this. So I banged this on. And I'm wearing like my beach shorts now. Because you're going to laugh. I don't even have any underwear. So I've got my beach shorts. So no, it wasn't like, I'm going to wear orange. And yeah, don't get carried away.
And you're even wearing an orange tiger on your hat too, right?
Well, the tiger, again, the tiger on my hat was, I needed a new hat. And I was getting a load of shit for wearing Yankees hats and Dodgers hats because I had loads of baseball hats. So I was like, okay, I'll just get a hat. People can't really call this out. They found a way of calling me out with the tiger hat as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, man. You can't win with
so naked.
You can't win with these people.
No, so. Or maybe just get a hat and turn it around. I don't know. They'll find something.
It's still a nice hat, though. I like that hat.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it.
I like that style of hat. What's it? It's some sort of like Brothers. It's the brand or something.
I honestly, I don't know. I just
because I've owned a hat. I've owned a hat from that same brand that you're wearing. I've had mine was like what was it? It was a different animal, but I've owned a hat from that brand. So I do like those hats.
Check this out, and I promise you, on my life, I didn't know this when I bought the hat. Right? No idea. I was born in 1986, and the zodiac for 1986 was the fire tiger.
Oh, wow.
Well, honestly, no idea. No idea. I don't know how it came about. And I was like, oh, my word, that's why I have a tiger hat.
Yeah, that's just a more divine stuff, man.
Yeah, well, I'll be the type of guy that I'll literally like buy a tiger hat, right? I've had loads of examples. I'll buy a tiger hat, and like the day after, Tiger Woods will be in a car crash. It's the type of stuff that'll happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's convenient. You bought a tiger hat. Well, yeah, I bought it yesterday. So it's just, I don't know, man. A big thing to show people with what we do is everything's coded. It's not just Hollywood. It's not just this World Cup. And I like to show people my personal connections to the code. And that really helped me on my journey. You know, at the beginning when we watched Zach, and we really probably all thought it was this Society of Jesus, that we're doing it all. I did. He got me thinking that. I'm not knocking Zach at all, but I really did believe that. I was inexperienced to it all. But it wasn't until I actually saw my own personal syncs that I knew it wasn't them. They might influence it. They might have a major say in it, but they're not controlling every aspect of our reality. When I was seeing it, I remember I was talking to my mate, a US guy. We were going on a walk. We're talking about football. We're talking about Liverpool. And we brought up Jurgen Klopp. I brought up Jurgen Klopp. And I was talking about how his birth is 616, like the alternate number of the beast. And I was saying that's why England are playing against Serbia in the opening game of the Euros for them on his birthday. And I said how Messi's first World Cup goal was 616. And as I'm saying this 616, we walked past this giant house, and it was 616, the house. It was the only house that we could see.
That's absolutely wild.
I was like, sir, what's wrong with you? I'm like, look. Like, sound like 616. It's like, what the heck? And I'm like, I love that. I love that stuff. Only he witnessed it, me and him. But I've got so many examples of that. I love that. I love seeing it. I see it every day, man. I see it.
I have so many examples as well, and like I don't even share many of them. But I just had one recently on my birthday, so it was like just my connection with it's my connection in general with my birthday and King James and Cody Rhodes. I won't explain it all here, but it was just, it blew my mind how perfect it was in general. And just how crazy, and I knew these people are not doing this. I mean, yeah, it's there's something way more going on here than just people doing something. There is people doing things, but there's people that are not doing things. There's things going on that's not being done by humans. That's not being done by
it's
men.
the merging, it's the mingling, it's the blurred lines. You know that song, Blurred Lines? There's a lot of blurred lines. So there's definitely people aware of the code and the symbols and what they represent and the scriptures, and they twist it and they manipulate headlines and things like, and manipulate events or do certain events on certain dates. Maybe they're honoring gods, maybe whatever it is that they're doing. The Kabbalah, they're definitely aware. But like you said, like in our everyday life, these events, like I've already told you this, and I give people this all the time. I have to just tell people. From when I was born, I'll just tell you it right now, because it's my favorite code, because it's about me. I was born on my father's birthday. You've probably heard me say this. I was born on my father's birthday.
Which is just wild in general.
Yeah, and the Father and the Son, right? And obviously now I'm a child of God, the Father and the Son. I'm born on his 31st birthday, the 11th prime, my favorite number. He lives at number 11. All right. And then my birthday's 14/4. And you got the 144,000 in the Bible. And then my name's Adam. I was named after a singer called Adam Faith. Right. My name's Adam. Adam was the first man created on the 6th day. 6 days is 144 hours. And then I live in Mexico. My dialing code of where I live is +624. Messi was my favorite player. And 6 times 24 is 144.
Oh, my goodness.
When I grew up, my home was 12 Belmont Crescent. 12 with 12 times 12 is 144. So that's me. That's Adam. One of my best friends is called Dustin. Adam was created from dust. So I see those connections with me. I do believe in some degree you and I were chosen to do this. And even before we were born. Remember, God knew us before we were in our mother's womb and things like that. So when I tell people those syncs, they either go, wow, or they say I'm lying. They say, prove you're born on your dad's birthday. They want all the evidence. And it's like, how can the Society of Jesus have planned that? Do you know, they couldn't have done.
Yeah.
They couldn't have done. And I find it absolutely beautiful. That's my favorite code for myself, to show you it's organic.
Yeah, it's just in general, there's a lot of beauty that gets overlooked. So I think ultimately behind what seems to be nefarious evil is actually all beauty. So
all numbers come from God. So,
yeah, I mean it's all beauty if you can see past the bull crap that's on the surface. That the beauty is there. God is there behind it all, and that, you know, there's this, you really can't overlook that. If you're in a good state, if you're present with God, and you really can't miss it. If it's always there every day. Just waking up to a nice sunny day is a blessing. Just waking up.
He created the light and the dark as well. You've got to understand that. Like,
yeah, of course.
It's like humans, right? So humans are being corrupted. But when you actually look to the divinity of a human being, it's quite majestic. It's a miracle. What we're doing here, how we're speaking, how we're interacting, how we're thinking, and all of that, it's such a miracle. But when you actually look at the corruption of man, a lot of people can only see evil in mankind now, rather than the actual beauty of mankind. And the same with the world. There's so much corruption with the world. But when you actually just, like you said, a sunset, a sunrise, or you see the ocean, or even if you see the animals or whatever it may be, and you just breathe for a moment without just thinking about how tired you are, the wickedness, the financial issues that you might be having, or how somebody's just so loud, you just take a moment to look around and go, wow, there's an almighty God, and he created this. He created the heavens and the earth. He created man. You just start to be more grateful. There's that gratitude that you have.
I mean, gratitude is one of the most important things to have, and a perspective as well, because especially today, guys, I looked at the people in Venezuela and I was like, I could be living that right now.
Yeah. I've had those thoughts in my head.
Are you guys I mean, I really feel for these people in Venezuela. I even in my life, I've met a few people from there, and I don't have contact with them anymore. But I hope that they're okay. And so, like, I just feel when I saw the people, I saw a dog getting pulled out of the rubble today alive. Still, I saw a few people getting pulled out of it, but a lot of people didn't make it. And so it's and not only that they didn't make it, but the people that are still left, they don't have probably any infrastructure. The power's probably out, the water's not working. They already have crap infrastructure to begin with.
Yeah.
So just feel for those people, guys. Give your prayers to them tonight, if anything.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And like I said, we've been very blessed. Not just you and I, but everyone in this chat. I haven't been able to really read the comments, but to be able to see what we see, we're in the 1%.
Yeah.
We're in the 1% to be able to see this. For most people, this is just a World Cup. It's just nations coming together, uniting, have some fun. Hopefully, if your nation's in it, that your team wins it. It's no more, no less than that. But again, these connections, like for example, today, right? The Netherlands are playing Tunisia, yeah?
Yeah.
And Tunisia, so Trump the Orange Man, he began his presidential campaign on 21/6, 2016, like 2/16, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Netherlands are playing against Tunisia today. We'll leave with this if you want. Go type in Tunisia's dialing code. And you'll be like, oh my word. Then I'll give you one more thing to show you. Type in Tunisia's dialing code.
Tunisia.
Yeah, Tunisia dialing code. And that's who the Dutch are playing, the orange team. You're going to be blown away.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Now, which is 6 times 6 times 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, go to your number properties, right? Tunisia today, if they lose, again, if you want, call me out if they don't, but they can get their 13th World Cup loss in their 21st World Cup game. So just type in 1-3-2-1. Imagine this. Look.
216.
So imagine the nation with the 216 dialing code gets their 13th loss in the 21st game and goes out the World Cup today.
Wow.
Imagine, like, things like that are just... And whether that hits or not, that's a connection that I should be showing people. Do you know what I mean? It probably hits. The Netherlands should beat Tunisia. But that's the issue with this is like, good job, Illusion. You called the Netherlands to beat Tunisia. They're like 1-9, whatever they are. And that frustrates me still to this day. It's like, yes, but look at the 1-3-2-1, 2/16th prime. The Orange Man, Trump, began his presidential campaign 21/6, 2016. Whatever, that means shit. Netherlands won because the players are better. No, because look at these results. Look at some of these results in this World Cup where the best team have not won. Loads of them. Yeah. So yeah, I care more now, and you've always done this, to be fair. I care more now about the reveal than the prediction. Can I get an amen?
Yeah,
your Ronald Koeman, Ronaldo, Ronald Reagan reveal, that doesn't mean Portugal will win the World Cup or Netherlands will win the World Cup at all. But the reveal is sensational, isn't it? But people might go, well, he said Netherlands, Cody's a fraud. No, go look at my Ronald Reagan, Ronaldo, Ronald Koeman code. Call me a fraud. You're a revealer, bro. It's revelation you're revealing. Same with me. Not so much about predicting should be a bonus because it kind of makes the work look a little bit more respectful when you can predict it before it happens. But the revealing is more important to me. They're the best coders who reveal.
One of the main reasons, and I will say this, one of the main reasons that I'm skeptical of the Netherlands at all is, is there's this German guy that's predicted the last 3 World Cups correctly.
Yeah, he said the Netherlands, didn't he?
He said Netherlands versus Portugal, and in the final, and there's a few things that there's a lot of Netherlands Portugal riddles going on. In fact, did you know that Burna Boy, which is just ridiculous, by the way?
Well, it is because I did a video about it because in the Bible they would burn boys to Moloch.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. But So his only two concerts. So he went to the World Cup final opening, and he's going to be at the he went to the opening. He's going to be at the final, of course, right?
Yeah, he was
the only but do you know the only two shows he has in between those two, between the opening and the final? You know what countries they're in?
Go on. Netherlands, Portugal.
Portugal and Netherlands.
That's what I mean. And so even where they're performing the concerts is coded.
Well, that's what I mean. What's the odds that the only two concerts he's playing in is those two countries? I mean, it just randomly those two countries, like. And if
you go watch the Nike commercial, Ronaldo's being chased down by Van Dijk.
Well, that's another thing I was going to bring up. They actually meet Van Dijk and Ronaldo, right? In that video.
Yeah, and number 4 and number 7, both for Trump.
Like, yeah, that could be a clue as well. But also, that scene in the Nike video, the ball goes into the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the building explodes, but Ronaldo comes out alive, like the risen Christ. Think about it.
That's true. And Ronaldo was dribbling, surrounded by burning cars, and Jota died in a car accident. I got set on fire.
And so, what does Van Dijk say to Ronaldo when he comes out of the building alive? He says, "Why don't you just die?"
Oh my word! Yeah.
And what's the World Cup song? It's called "Die Die."
It might connect to Princess Diana as well.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, think about how this is all connected to William. So it definitely is connected to Diana.
Diana, yeah.
But think about this too. This is
my word, bro! Princess Diana was the mother of William and France's coach. His mother just died.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
Yes, and she died in France.
Oh man, that's big.
Yeah, and France knocked England out of the last World Cup.
Huh.
Yeah. That's crazy. My word. Yeah, Diana.
And just to go back to that scene too, when Ronaldo comes out of that building, he says, "Why don't you just die?" It's totally about Christ, because think about it. I mean, Ronaldo, of course, is CR. I always say that CR is the Rosencreuz, the Rosicrucians. I believe the reason why Cristiano Ronaldo is CR7 is it's the Rosicrucian, it's the CR, but it's the Rosy Cross, or the risen Christ, right?
Yeah. Now, the Roman Catholic, which he is.
Right, and so. Think about how he comes out of the building after getting supposedly killed, but he resurrects, essentially. He comes out alive, right? So think about what the people in Jesus's time would have said to Jesus after he rose again. The centurions, the Romans would have said, "Why didn't he just die?" Think about it.
That's a great point. Yeah, he's eternal.
He just won't die. You can't kill the guy because he's the Christ. You can't. His body maybe, but his body even resurrected. So, I believe that whole scene is about that kind of thing,
everything comes back to Jesus. Everything. Right. That's what.
But why they use the Netherlands, though, right? You know why they use the Netherlands as the guy who says, "Why don't you just stay down? Why don't you just die?"
I don't know. I know the Netherlands have the lion. Jesus is the lion.
Well, but the Netherlands means the lowlands, or the underworld.
Oh wow!
So Jesus was not held down by the underworld. You get it?
Yeah.
So the underworld was literally saying, "Why couldn't you be held down? You were risen, even though we put you in the underworld, but you rose again," right? So
wow.
That's the whole symbolism of. Yeah, that's the whole symbolism of the Dutch guy, the Netherlands versus the CR, that whole thing. So.
Yeah, that is so deep, mate.
But I think at this point we're going to start wrapping it up.
Yeah, same, yeah.
But I just want to say thanks to you for coming on here and being part of this, and all your great connections. And thank you to the chat also. The chat's been absolutely killing it. I've been able to catch some of the comments, but unfortunately, I've been kind of, conversing with you. So I'm not as normally active in the chat as I normally am. But I did see plenty of people leaving some great stuff.
Amazing. I don't really ever rewatch any of my work ever. I think I might just for the comments. These are always gold. I haven't really looked at them either.
Yeah, I know Widow's Son was in here dropping some stuff earlier. I know 7-1 was in here. Many great decoders. I know that Switzerland was in here. Many decoders I shout out every day were in here talking. So I'm sure they dropped some great stuff.
But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Cody.
Yeah, thank you.
And yeah, let's see what happens, and we'll do another one, like you said, in the knockout stages maybe, and we'll have a lot more. There'll be more 16s, more 41s, more connections with Ronaldo and Messi.
Maybe we'll have to do one in the round of 16, huh?
That makes sense. That makes sense. Round of 16. Yeah, because the World Cup's in 16 cities as well, isn't it?
Yeah, the 16 is so big, man.
The
16 is everywhere.
And
it's very connected with the history of the Netherlands too, by the way. The 16 is all over their history. Because two of their most famous games was on this day, 25-6, which is 16 times 16.
And they lost the World Cup final 16 years ago.
Right. So yeah, the World Cup final what they were in against Argentina.
Yeah.
In 1978. It was
Argentina won their first World Cup. The year
it was on 2-5-6 this day today. And the Battle of Nuremberg, which I already showed you is connected. It was Portugal and Netherlands, and that was the round of 16. There was 16 yellow cards, and it was on 25-6, which is 16 times 16.
Is that a record? Is the 16 a record? Oh no,
a record of
most yellow cards.
I don't know. Maybe it might be. I didn't look that up.
Has to be. I've never record of most yellow cards in World Cup game. I don't think there'll be another one with more than that. Oh no, 18.
16-18 again.
Oh my! And it was Argentina, Netherlands.
No, really?
It's 18. It says 18.
And it was the same two teams.
Bro, which one was the 16? What year was that?
It was 1978 World Cup final.
Oh my frick! Bro, we've just done it again. 16 yellow cards, Netherlands, Argentina in 78, and 18 in 2022, yeah?
Really? Wow.
We talked about Messi going from 16 to 18 goals.
Most yellow cards.
Yeah, it was 2022. I remember the game. It's when Argentina knocked out the Netherlands. I think it was December the 9th. Bro, oh my word, the 16-18 again, bro, with the earthquake verse. These two nations. So the 16-18.
This is getting wild.
Yeah. Wow, we were about to end the stream and we've just found gold.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring it up so they can see it. The most...
Yeah, it's that game. 12-9. 2022.
Yeah, and look at this. Here it is, guys. Look at right on the screen. 18 yellow cards in the battle, and both of them were called the Battle of Lusail and the Battle of Nuremberg.
Yeah, the battle. Yeah.
So I need to look into both these games.
Yeah,
man, this is wild.
No, that is crazy, mate.
So this is what kind of combines the Netherlands with both Portugal and Argentina, right? So
it's just violence as well, isn't it? Like the war.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, we will end this here, but we're gonna have to ponder. I'm gonna be looking into that for sure.
Yeah.
But amazing find at the end, and thank you guys for sticking around.
Yeah, thank you all very much.
And don't forget to go over to Adam's channel, guys, and give him a subscribe, a like. Make sure you comment and support his channel. So
yeah, please do so, guys. I'm heavily shadow banned. It's actually a joke. But yeah, so any support, I'd appreciate it. And obviously keep supporting Cody, because the work that he's doing is just 1 in a billion, ultimately, what he's showing you every day. So yeah, cheers. Thank you all. Have a great day. I'm going to go to the gym.
Yeah, okay, guys.
In my orange shirt.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we will see you guys in our next collab, I guess, in a few weeks or whenever that is. I don't know when that'll be.
Whenever it's meant to be.
Yep.
All right, bud.
All right. Take care, everyone. God bless you all. And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.